on Waterdeep Bunny Heist. You all had unfortunately split up, getting separated by the guards inside Gralhound Manor. Two of you, Brutrik and Mousey, or the Rat King, inside a room with the gnome that was the bird gnome that you figured out was from the explosion, the fireball outside the tavern, and the Lord of the Manor. Making a little plan, you decided that looking around you couldn't find anything. You decided to leave the house with the Lord in tow as a hostage to make sure you did it. But you managed to get out of the way, releasing a bunch of winged snakes to distract people, and then just bolted right down there. Meanwhile, downstairs, Sharptooth and Simon did a little bit of looking around since all the commotion was happening upstairs. Checked a couple of the other rooms they weren't in. Didn't find much. A hawk in one room and or a falcon. It was either a hawk or a falcon in one room, and a library in another that had a chained book on it. You were unable to open the chained book as the two of you did not have any means of actually unlocking the lock. And before you could investigate further, the rest of the party ran past the room, and you all decided to bolt with them. You couldn't take the book with you because it was chained down. You ran to the stables, each three pairs getting on different horses and running off. You decided to meet up at just a safe house that Rat King was familiar with somewhere nearby. After meeting up, the four of you met up. The fifth, who was the gnome with Lord Growlhund in tow, never arrived. Several hours later, you figured, well, that was a problem. Mousey ended up doing a bit of a reconnaissance as everybody else headed back, talking to the guards the city watch that are now guarding Gralhound Manor. It sounds like whatever happened in there was not fully explained to the city watch, and at least for now, the four of you were not implicated. What happened to Lord Gralhound and the gnome, but yet to be determined. On Mousey's way back, yes, go ahead.
I don't think it was a gnome. It was a guy with half a face, right?
You're right. That's right. I'm mixing up the characters. The gnome was the one that exploded. That was at the fireball scene. This was one of the other guys. I apologize. He's not a gnome. He was a humanoid, or was human. In any case, on your way back, Mousey, you were accosted by Trench, the friendly neighborhood private detective. He revealed to you that he had found out that the four of you were involved in something that happened in Gralhound Manor, and that you were potentially going to be in trouble, probably within the next week or so. He also revealed that he knew that Mousey was the Rat King, and also revealed to Mousey that he was a Rakshasa? Well, I forget where the H goes, but it's one of those. A sort of tigerkin magic user. Armed with this, Mousey, you decided to ask around whatever information Trench could find about the Growlhounds, as one of the rumors that you picked up was that they had something to do with one of their kids had been sent away to deal with some sort of cult, or they have some sort of background with fiends or demons and making pacts, something like that, akin to the tiefling lineages. But you made your way back to the tavern with everybody else in tow, and admitted to everybody, including Zort and Leaf, that Mousey was Rat King and Rat King was Mousey. Leaf already knew, but you let everybody else know, to be honest. Meanwhile, everybody was panicking, a little bit of panicking, somewhat, mostly Simon, about what this meant for their future, as they are probably now fugitives. But it sounds like you've got some time to at least try and clear your names. And with that, we will go to Trollskull Manor.
Brutrik still may not know. Mousey is right.
I think Brutrik is figuring it out, and he He's mostly got it.
It's just used such a good disguise.
Yeah.
Is it Rat King in a Mousey disguise or Mousey in a Rat King disguise?
Which was the mask?
In any case, the four of you have a long rest. You all leveled up to level 4. If there's any questions or anything you guys needed to do beforehand, feel free to ask me now. Otherwise, the morning comes.
We must protect Oozborn. whatever happens.
So, what would you like to do?
Yes.
The last thing. I'm sorry. One last thing is that you did not find the Nimblewright. You were also told by Trench to take your Nimblewright detector, and well, your only lead you have is to find the Nimblewright.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We still haven't found that Nimblewright. It's the key to proving our innocence, even though we were totally involved with illegal behavior.
But our heart was in the right place. No?
Exactly. That makes it right. That makes it okay.
Pave the way to heaven. That's what I've always heard.
Zort speaks up. Yeah, well, it sounds like if they're doing something worse than what you guys did, then I don't know. They'd probably forgive what you guys did.
Thanks, Zort.
You're welcome, Mr. Brutrik.
So, do you think if we turn ourselves in, the authorities might be more lenient?
Are you asking Zort that, or just in general?
No,
just open.
Absolutely not. Telling the truth has never got me out of anything.
In these, the police may be in the pocket of these nobles, for all we know. They were connected with some pretty shady people. No, I think our best course of action is to uncover this plot.
I think if we do our best and we try and make sure that we do the right thing, I think everything's gonna turn out all right.
Yeah, everything will be fine. So where's that Nimblewright detector? We have some nimble writing to do.
There's some nimble wrongs that we gotta nimble right.
Right. Name of the episode.
One of my other D&D buddies would be so proud of all the puns you all do. So proud.
Right, so now that my identity's out there, I don't necessarily have to run around a corner and turn into Rat King. But I am able to...
Unless you completely get naked to do that, you might still want to. But otherwise, no.
Still
with my cast-off armor, we kind of flavor it. I just do a Superman thing, and I just put on a helmet.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. So, alright, let's go nimble hunting.
So we had some sort of idea where it was that one time, but we can't go back there. So do we have to try it for another place it probably is?
Probably wouldn't. I don't think it would return.
I'll put you on I'll put you on the map so you can do it. Where is it? Waterdeep. So you are all actually in Troll Skull Alley.
Since the villa is so close, can we can I just do like a walk by to see if the Nimblewright detector goes off?
So to recap, the Nimblewright detector detects things in, I believe, 500-foot radius, and it acts as a dowsing thing where it gets louder and louder and louder as you get closer. So you're able to sort of figure out the position it's in by just walking around. And in a general thing, it will take you about, I think, probably good like 8 hours or so, like a third or half of a day to check a single ward. I think that's how we were doing it. It was either like half or a day to do each. But if you want to do a quick walk around of just that area, you can. It would take you maybe 30 minutes just to probably like 20-30 minutes to get around. It's still morning. You do that. There are still sort of city watch in the alley. as they are still sort of cordoned off the crime scene, are just watching, sort of making sure that nobody is returning to the scene of the crime or anything like that. And the same in surrounding Growlhund Villa. That is also a thing. So if you want to take a wide berth, whatever the word is, you can do that.
There's a good chance the Nimblewright couldn't get in there in the first place with all the activity.
Well, if you go as Mousey, like the Rat King is the one that they would be looking for, and not Mousey. So
yeah, so I was thinking, it's like just
Okay, so yeah, so I was going to think if you had to do like a stealth thing, but you should be fine just walking around. So go ahead, you walk around, take about 20 minutes. Give me a D100.
88.
It does not ping at all in the short loop that you do around, say Down Street, Lion Street, and then Horn Street, and then back to Troll Skull Alley.
So we know that they were connected with Zerahim. We only know of one other...
Zentarum. It took me a moment to figure out what you're talking about.
Zentarum. It's one of those words I can't remember. Zentarum.
Yeah, no. I was listening to the last game, and every time you had to say Growlhund, you had a different name completely. It was pretty funny.
Growlhund or something.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
So the only Zentarum place we know of is that warehouse. If I'm remembering correctly. It's on the other side of town. It's going to take at least a few days for I forget his name, for the private detective Trench to gather information.
Most likely, he might come back in a day. It's definitely not going to be overnight. So, and if there's any other things you wish to do during your time here, you have time to do that as well. Shopping, looking for other stuff, going to a bar, whatever you want.
Simon is suggesting that we get a disguise kit at least.
Yeah, you can find a disguise kit.
I feel like Brutrik's like one of the only bugbears in town. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I have not run into another one yet, so I don't know how much I stand out like a sore thumb.
Oh, I've got something to help with that. Beyond attaching a mustache to you.
I already have a mustache.
A different mustache.
Yeah, just one that dangles on it. That's what the disguise kit's for. No, Simon will. If you bring that up, Simon actually has a spell that might help with that, and can help out for at least a little bit. If we end up running into any problems.
Well, that's awfully good of you, Simon. Okay.
Now, did our spellcasters, by the way, did they all pick new spells for what they as they level up?
I did.
That's right. And you had actually purchased one beforehand as well.
Yes. In fact, the spell that he would be referring to in particular is Disguise Self.
That's right.
It would be able to, there's no concentration and lasts for an hour. So could be useful for a last minute escape if needed.
So, if you do want a disguise kit, you can spend some time to try and find it. You obviously have to go someplace a little more seedy. I believe that either Sharptooth or Mousey could probably find something that is in that sort of level of debauchery. But it would cost you 25 gold pieces, and there are DCs associated with being able to do it. So, for instance, being able to disguise for... Well, I'll keep that secret, but it lists a couple of suggestions in Xanathar's guide. But you can find one for 25 gold pieces, and it is something that you can become proficient with proper downtime. So Otherwise, you'll just have to do your normal roll for it.
I know Sharptooth has one.
Oh,
Yeah, it came like with the character. I think something maybe back
Oh,
part.
yeah.
Entertainer. Entertainer comes with like costume
Yeah.
clothes and
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
No, I remembered that he didn't have something, and I just it was a lockpick set that he
Ooh,
didn't.
yeah, it was Thieves' Tools.
That was it. Yeah.
You can go buy Thieves' Tools if you want.
I think I might. Is that roll sleight of hand?
So the way that it's done in this version is that the tools basically become the ability check. If you are proficient in that tool, you would do that check. So instead of a normal dexterity check, it would be a dexterity Thieves' Tools check, and you add your proficiency to that because you are proficient in it.
And Mousey
sort of
does
mentioned
have
this. Go ahead.
Mousey does have thieves tools, just FYI.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to share that around, if you want to have your own pack for that, just in case you all get separated, it's up to you.
Because I think that's where it happened. Is we got separated, and that's when you had down the library, and I couldn't get the thing off. Because I assumed that I knew how to just destroy and steal things, but apparently I didn't come prepared.
You knew how to, but you didn't have the actual tool set. So, but if you want to buy one, that's also 25 gold pieces, and you can just mark that off whatever gold you have, and add the item to your character sheet.
Right now, I have 19 copper.
So you may want to take it out of the group.
Would it be all right if I were to get the Thieves' Tools, everyone?
Go for it.
It's an investment!
In case we get locked out of a bar!
He'll pay for himself in no time.
Sharptooth, are you implying you're gonna start stealing more?
Yes.
So the places that we've searched before doesn't mean anything. Number right could be anywhere. What's this DG safe? Oh, the doppelganger safe.
Yes, that was what you assume is the doppelganger safe house.
Because there's the other idea that the factions, even though they're the same Xantherum, they are like turning in on each other because it's all about the dragons. So even if we went to the previous Xantherum area, they might hate the other Xantherums and not know anything.
Yes, you did get the information that there's some sort of split possibly happening in the a faction sort of splitting or a sub faction coming off of the Xantherum.
Oh, plus that place the cops know about it, so it's probably not back in operation. I say we start. They get the dock ward, perhaps, just because we haven't done that area yet.
I agree. That place is pretty shady.
Yeah.
Can't be that bad.
Okay.
At least it's safe during daylight hours, right? Right?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
less. It is less. It is safer. Just before you head out the door, however.
Just stay away from Gut Alley and Daggers Alley or Three Daggers Alley.
Just before you are heading out, however, you hear a knock at the door.
We all turn dramatically and hold our breaths.
Simon leaps out of his chair, stumbles into the table, falls over, and the chair is now on top of him.
Brutrik does the same thing, but only because he was trying to get up from the chair, not because he was startled.
What's everyone else looking at?
I go, hello? I mean, hello?
It's Renair. Remember, you saved me and Floon?
Oh yeah, Renair, come on in.
Door's locked.
Don't worry,
Door's locked.
the door.
Well, then I unlock it. I say,
you go to the window
sorry,
and unlock. You go over to the window and unlock the window, and do see that Renair is standing over there.
Oh, right there. Okay. I go, oh, sorry, we had to close. We had to close the bar for a little bit because of the explosion. We're not getting many visitors because of all the cleanup. So.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we were here the whole time. We were here the whole
that's
time.
good.
Yeah.
I want to make sure you all are okay. If my my page, I might have to reload. It likes to get really slow on me when I change go into a tokens thing, and I usually either have to refresh it or I basically open up dev tools so it resets the JavaScript. But so give me one moment to refresh. Anyway, as that's loading. So you were all here. And everybody's okay? Is Rat King okay, Mr. Mousey? Mr. Brown?
He goes, oh yeah, he's been keeping a low profile.
Yes, that's what it sounds like. I've heard a little bit, been paying a bit more attention when his name is spoken amongst the tabloid town criers.
Yeah, it's great for sales. I'll tell you what.
I'm just getting this one really just mental image of somebody having the Weekly World News thing, and some town crier just going, "Bat Boy escapes from the asylum."
Is there any information on Bat Boy?
I can't get that image out of my mind.
Let's buy all the papers relating to Bat Boy.
Man.
Renee, can I offer you a drink?
Sure. What? I mean, it's 8 in the morning, but I guess I'll take a water.
It's noon somewhere, am I right?
Yes.
I mean,
by the way, this is our ghost bartender, Leaf.
Oh, I thought that was a clever sort of illusion. Puts his hand through him, and Leaf kind of looks down and just was looks at him rude.
Nope, he's a real ghost.
He goes over and pours a tiny thing of Leaf's whiskey on the in a little shot thing for him, and Renair sort of sips it.
Leaf really knows his spirits.
Oh, I get it. That's Oh, you are quite the jovial one, aren't you, Mr. Simon?
Yes.
Restart the music there for me. Yes. Anyway, I want to make sure everyone was all right, and I just wanted to make sure that you don't think that perhaps you rescuing myself and Floon was and working with Volo was perhaps the cause of that, a missed assassination or something. I don't know. Did you ever find out what happened, or who did it, or?
I honestly don't remember.
Hold on,
I mean, well, I guess I came here and it's safe. Must be safe enough. I was a little worried, but it's been a couple of days, and well, yeah, you must be fine. I heard a lot of people were injured and killed in that blast, and I'm lucky to see that all of you are fine. No offense, Mr. Leaf bartender. Kind of says none taken.
Yeah, it happened. It happened across the street. We were all here in the tavern, so none of us were hurt.
You have no idea why it happened, or were they targeting you? Were they targeting some other people outside? It's just a coincidence.
No, it wasn't us that was targeted. I'm not sure.
You know what? I'm still a little confused about that little point of information, if we were the target or not.
Well, I hear you got a private eye on the street. Maybe you can ask him.
I turned to the others and said, "Should we let him in on what's going on?
I think he's a really nice guy. I mean, he helped us help his friend, so maybe he can just help us. If, like?
It's probably fine.
I suppose. Maybe. Perhaps.
Yeah,
That comes up
Well,
and jumps on the table. Is that, yeah. You should probably wash that cat. It looks like it's rolling around in gelatin.
Oh, that's just
Well, that's just-
bored.
Yep, that's how it is. We have to catch up on these guys' adventures in a minimizing mansion full of slime.
Ooh. That sounds quite horrible, honestly.
Yeah, but we did some investigating, and the Zentarum seemed to be involved with the blast.
Sort of puts down his glass and just sort of like staring at it a little bit. You sure of this?
Yeah, pretty confident.
Kind of looks around a bit. And, bartender, if I may have another. Goes over. Puts a gold
It's like,
on puts a gold on the counter. Of course,
If
not
I say
expecting
any
this
more,
for
we're
free.
gonna have to. Yeah, it's like any more, we're gonna have to start charging you.
So, no, it's fine. It's fine. You may add a gold to the group
I
inventory if you
totally
wish. Also, buddy, change your icon. You're not Kirby. You're ruining the immersion. There we go.
I'm not.
It's not Kirby, it's Carby.
Arby. So he sort of takes another one to lift and hell, thumbs up. Takes another thing, puts the glass down upside down, turns it back to you. So perhaps this does have to do with me in some sort of sense.
Yeah,
When the,
they were searching for the Stone of Galore.
Yes, I was afraid of that. You see, when the Lords of Waterdeep ousted my father, you'll recall that he is the son of the one of the former Open Lord, not any of the Closed Lords, but the former Open Lord of Waterdeep ousted my father. I thought this long dark shadow was finally gone for good. The truth is, I want nothing to do with him, but his spies hound me. One of them was a gnome named Dalakar. He had been watching me for months. I had noticed on a newsprint the sketches of the names of those killed in the blast was Dalakar, the gnome. About 10 days ago, he suddenly disappeared. And my father didn't trust many people, but he trusted that gnome.
Yeah, we think he might have been the target. We think he was on his way. He was on his way here, from the information we gathered. And have you ever heard of a Nimblewright?
Nimblewright. I've heard of those mechanical things that they have in the parade every so often from the
they're
House of
little
Inspired Hands.
constructs. Yeah, they're little constructs that the Church of Inspired Hands creates, and
I don't think they're little. I think they're human sized, if not bigger.
Yeah, they're not.
Weird for a halfling to say that. I'm sorry, Joey. Go ahead.
Long story short, one of these Nimblewrights kind of went rogue and joined up with the Zentarum, and we believe he was the one that threw a necklace of fireball beads into a barrel, which caused the blast.
But we are back to his friend before he keeps doing bad stuff. Maybe when he sees his friend again, he won't be doing all this bad stuff anymore.
Oh yes, that sounds. I must admit that's a bit out of my realm of understanding and knowledge, other than a bit of thing. But it sounds like you've made considerable progress. I may have some more.
Pull out the. I pull out the dowsing rod, and I say, "We have this Nimblewright detector, which is how we find out how we found out the Zentarim's involvement in the first place, and the
Kinda looks
Nimblewright
at that.
must have been on.
He looks at the weird contraption, then over at Leaf, and then over at Oozebore, and is like, yeah, but how do you have all of these weird things in this one area? And then Zort starts coming down the stairs, and hears that, and just immediately turns around and walks back up.
Yeah.
It's like Marge Simpson with the Rice Krispies and Tang.
Yes!
I want to play billiards!
What was the name of the nobles that we did?
The Growlhoons.
Do you by any chance know anything about the Ralhoons?
The Growlhoons. The Growlhoons.
Yeah, the Growlhoons.
Well, they are a noble family. From what I understand, they are sort of the kind of ones that want to sort of move up in the proverbial ranks of, the ones that are talked about around town. Importance, clout, what have you.
I think we know how they're planning on doing it. They're apparently members of the Zentarim.
Oh, that's. Well, let me tell you one more thing that I sort of continue on from the information before. The gnome Dalakar. I managed to track down and speak to a couple of his friends. Apparently, he was on a special mission to retrieve the Stone of Galore, and was afraid that the Zentarim and the Xanathar Guild were close to catching him. When he heard of my kidnapping, he wanted more information about the adventurers who rescued me, the three of you and Mr. Rat King. I need to stop saying Mr. for everybody. Rat King, that's his title. I think that Dalakar was planning to pay you a visit, perhaps as Rat King is hard to find, and deliver the Stone of Galore to you, or having you delivered the Stone of Galore to my father in Neverwinter.
You think he had the stone on his person?
I think he had the stone on his person when he was killed, yes.
That means the Nimblewright and the Galhoons may have it.
You spent more time with them. Did they indicate that they already retrieved it?
I don't think they mentioned it.
I knew that you were asking about it in the room, and the Lord Growlhound said that he gave it to the lady, and then the lady possibly gave it to the Nimblewright. The Nimblewright ran off.
Okay, so the Nimblewright.
I believe that's the information you got. If not, it's the information you now have.
Okay. Yeah, because we know from the guy with the bird face that he was sent to retrieve the stone from the gnome. It's all coming together. So that's why we need to find this Nimblewright, because we don't want the Zentarim to have the stone and have access to 500,000 gold dragons.
1 million. Yeah, honestly, it's going to be a tough thing. A lot of factions that are pretty powerful will want to get that stone.
Yeah, and apparently this family has connections
to... Go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and apparently this family has connections to, like, devil worshippers. Bad news.
Honestly, that information is both surprising for who they are and unsurprising for the fact that they're nobles. I can't
also
say...
terrifying.
Somewhat, yes. I would also say that, I forgot what I was going to say, so it's gone forever. Oh, yes, I was also saying, among the factions, my father would probably also want to get the thing. I would recommend not getting it to him. If you find it,
would he use it to try to become the Open Lord once again, or
possibly, or
like
anything? The money was embezzled from the city, and they could use it again. But I recommend if you find the stone, bring it to somebody who can either keep it safe or turn it into the City Watch or the find a way to get in touch with, I don't know, the Black Viper, the Open Lord Laurel Silverhand, anybody that within the government, within the ranks that could do it. You could make it public, Mr. Brown, with your newspaper.
Do you think the stone would be safe with you?
I honestly want nothing to do with it. I would probably take it immediately to one of the aforementioned people.
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
Honestly, I still have enough money that I don't need to. Well, as tempting as it may be, I don't want the baggage that comes with it.
Right.
Understandable, given what you've gone through without even having it.
Indeed. If I did have it, I'd probably take some of it, buy you all a very nice dinner somewhere, and turn the rest of it in.
Oh, well, that would be a great reward for saving the city.
That'd be for just
Dinner.
my saving you. The city would, I'm sure, pay you nicely for returning that.
You mean like 2 dinners?
I mean, I could probably do a dinner. Yes, 2 7-course meal.
In a show?
Maybe.
Is there like an opera house? Is there like an opera house in Waterdeep that's like
There
really...
are plenty of opera houses around and theaters. One of the little mini adventures I was about to prep in chapter 2 does start at a theater house, so we can get to that.
But
Really,
it's
where you meet your contact and not where you do anything. So
That's what you think.
Okay, so yeah, we need to find this Nimblewright.
Yeah, so.
And the only way we can do that is to walk around the city with this Nimblewright detector.
I mean, if you could detect it faster, any sort of way. But I will leave that to you. Be safe, all of you, and give my regards to Rat King, Mr.
Is
Leaf.
there a way to? Is there a way to amplify this? Like, you make it sound like there is.
We'll get horses, animals. Talk to a Griffin rider. I don't know.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
that lets you scan around the city faster. In any case, I will leave you to it. Thank you all. That's Oozborn, Mr. Leaf.
You know, we could maybe you can maybe use your influence to so we can hop on, so we can get on one of these Griffin riders. And they can fly around the city.
Do any of you know how to ride a Griffin?
I'm sure I could figure it out.
Well, I mean, the guy would be the guard guy would be piloting, and but I'm so small I can just fit on the back.
Are you sure the guard guy would be piloting? They all have duties. They can't just they don't control the Griffins off duty. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on. Oh,
well, if that's what you wish to do. And Mr. Base Wraith, if you know how to ride one of these Griffins.
Like, probably.
Now, what I was suggesting is just just climb on, I would be on patrol with one of these guys as they fly around the city. That's kind of what I was implying.
I understand what you're doing, but that's not necessarily what can happen.
You don't trust my driving?
I trust your driving. I just don't know. It's. I've made a persuasive argument. If somebody wishes to do that, let's go see what we can do. But I don't want this to come back to me afterwards. Don't tell them you're going to try and find anything. Just say that you're doing some traffic study. I don't know. Make up something.
I mean, I can write a column about the duties of one of the Griffin guards, and you can see what one of the patrols are like.
That might be a good idea. Well, let's go see. If you're all ready, let's go find a Griffin. I have to check this up because I did not expect you to get the Griffin, but I know there's a section and it's not a big
you
section.
brought it up.
I
brought it
might
up.
have written down the notes. Well, yeah, because it's what he would say naturally. Just go faster. And then he was about to leave, and you're like, well, what does that mean? Yeah, here it is. It's like a paragraph, and I found the paragraph. But
I was actually going to bring up the Griffin Riders if you weren't.
Oh, excellent. We got someone paying attention. So it brings you back to the city. With that, we'll head over to the, yes, that's, boop-a-doop, boop, boop. I have to see where it starts. Okay, I have to find where the river gate is. One of the city gates.
It's the one. I accidentally left. It's southeast.
Southeast. Southgate Rivergate, thank you. Boop. Okay, so you all head down to the river gates. Boop. And don't forget to change your icon again, Bun, otherwise we're going to have continuity issues. Somebody roll me a D100, please.
I got it this time.
You're so obsessed with the icon.
3. I forgot that I had a macro made for this. I gotta look it up by hand because you already rolled, and we're gonna go with that. It was 53. I don't like that one. Roll one more.
And of course, we have the Nimblewright detector on as we go there.
If that's the case, go ahead and Joey, you roll me a D100 for the Nimblewright detector.
Okay.
62.
62. Okay, the Nimblewright detector does not go off as you are traveling to this. Mainly, you're sticking to the main roads, obviously not going down every nook and cranny, but it does not go off while you do. Well, I've never seen this one. Let's see what this is.
Every person we walk by, I point the Nimblewright detector at. Are you a Nimblewright?
Oh, maybe that one's. Check that one, Mousey.
Yeah, he looks pretty nimbly, and I point at some old guy in the corner.
Meanwhile, Simon's behind them trying to point out that it's got a much larger range than that, but is never heard.
Okay, I don't like that one either, so we're just going to say that you go by with no problems. No, nothing happens, but you head down to River. Great. He gets there. There is a young Griffin being trained to serve as a mount on the Griffin cavalry. So, basically, we'll say that to get here, Renair did a little bit of getting some information to pull some strings, as you all did whatever little shopping you wanted to do. If anybody else wants to buy anything, go ahead. And he came back and said, all right, I got something. Bring your best saddle, Mr. Base Wraith.
A saddle? Don't they just come with the animal?
Oh, you ride bareback. Okay.
It just feels more natural that way.
Is that actual size?
It is not. It is not.
Yes.
So the trainer comes over and is like, all right, I hear some of you need to borrow Bone Snapper here. Don't worry, it's a playful name.
Just like
It's
a
ironic.
lion sharp tooth.
Oh, you two are gonna go make good friends together. Isn't that right, Bone Snapper? And he kind of like just hisses and squawks at the rider and or the trainer, and the trainer's like, we're working on that. But
So you sure that like an off-duty guard can't like give us a flying tour of the city? I mean, that's kind of what we're hoping for.
Well, first off, Renair said so. I thought you said Mr. Base Race here was could fly it. And the trainer piped up. Go ahead.
And then I clarified to Mark I was thinking that a guard could fly us over the city.
Yeah, and we're doing this in character, so because that's what happened with the roll. Otherwise, probably would not have believed you.
Oh, with the roll, okay.
With your persuasion roll, and then Sharptooth basically saying, it's probably good. I was like, okay, we'll do this.
This will be more interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the trainer goes. The trainer then pipes up and says, "Yeah, well, I mean, we're not all the ones that are on duty, sort of not very easy to get to use. This one is sort of off the radar, which is sort of why I'm doing this. Off under the what would be an appropriate actual idiom for this thing? Under the detect magic, if you will."
Oh, it's like a black ops Griffin.
It's not one that anybody's going to know if you take a day out for writing a story. In any case,
We promise not to get a scratch on him.
I would hope so. He can scratch back quite. And he hands the reins over to and who was the rider? Was it you, Mr. Base Wraith?
Brutrik just like spits to the ground, being like, "Yeah, that's me." Cast him over
Out
here.
of curiosity, Sharptooth, what's your animal handling?
It's a.
I was just about to ask that.
+2.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, not bad.
I do have a +3, but Sharptooth seems pretty
You can use
determined to do this.
Does Jack of all trades help with this?
Are you proficient in it?
I am.
Actually, if you're, it should already be there. If you're not proficient in it, there should be like a half bubble in for on D&D Beyond, and we'll be adding to it anyway.
So I am proficient in it. That means I get a bonus because it's an urban environment. So.
Well, I mean, as we're playing it right now, Sharptooth is about to attempt to climb on here, but he also says, and which the other one? This one can maybe take 2 people, especially if it's you, the small one. Well, both of you are small, so it'll be able to easily take 2 of any of you, as long one of you are small. Who's the other one that's the passenger?
Well, I do have the Nimblewright detector, so I think I'll raise my hand.
All right.
All right.
All right. As you head over to it, the bone snapper sort of. I can't do bird sounds, so that's what Griffin sounds like.
That's how birds sound.
It's a Popeye.
Do you know what a griffin sounds like?
You sound like the that old commercial for Cadbury where all the animals are dressing up like a bunny.
Oh man, that's going way back. But Sharptooth, as you attempt to gain this trust, I need you to roll an animal handling check. Mousey, I will let you do one. Well, we'll see how this first one goes. Animal handling first.
Absolute 20.
Oh my goodness.
You're like, yeah, this is just back like the days I used to drag race griffins. And you take something out of your pocket and you toss it at him and he just eats it. Nobody knows what it is. And he seems to get
Sharptooth.
Especially Sharptooth, and he seems quite docile and lets you climb on.
Hey, has anybody seen Clementine?
No.
Absolutely would not. Would not.
Sorry. I was thinking. Hey, I was thinking like Buckbeak and stuff. They throw a giant mouse at it or something. Wait.
Well, Sharptooth, you're able to climb on, and because of the perfect natural 20 or 22, Mousey, you're able to get on as well without having to do anything. And you can basically now take control of the city. I'll probably do another check as you're flying to make sure that you know how to control this thing. But
Probably nothing will go wrong midair.
You will be able to check the entirety of the city in a matter of hours. So what I'm going to say is, give me a list of the various areas that you want to search for in order, based on the entire map. So all of the wards and anywhere else you might want to check.
So just the wards?
Mainly the wards. If you want to try somewhere else, you can as well.
Well, we should probably like the trade and dock boards circle around, do like a spiral, or
go like clockwise, maybe, like around the whole map.
Yeah.
Okay. And which would you like to do first?
This is right here, the trade wards.
So you are at the south end of the trade ward, but so if you're trying to go clockwise, just get a little bit half of it. But if you want to do the entirety of the trade ward first, you may.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And then second, you said you wanted to do dock.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what next?
Castle ward.
Yeah.
Okay. Castle.
Is Mount Waterdeep aside from that?
It is a big enough area that if you want to search it specifically, you can, but it is mostly unpopulated.
Okay, then.
Well, there is Peak Top Airy. Very top.
And there is the one of the walking statues that is up there as well, but you don't see it because you haven't actually been over there yet. Okay, but next to Castle, would you want to do Mount Waterdeep?
There's these islands too. There's islands too.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But Nibblewrights can't swim.
I will say you can get the entirety of the harbor and those islands, so the Great Harbor and the Naval Harbor, in one sweep if you want to do that.
Yes, please.
So trade wards, dock ward. I assume you'd want to go to the harbor, then Mount Waterdeep, then Castle if you're going to just keep in this clockwise pattern.
Yeah, then SeaWard.
Yeah, maybe the Nibblewrights hiding in Shamu.
The Sea Ward, the Field Ward, and then North Ward.
Sea, Field.
There's also the City of the Dead is like a big graveyard, right?
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
I think it's on the way back.
If you wish to search that as well, you can, as well as if you want to try the Undercliff, you can as well.
I mean, you said we can search the entire city, so
yeah. I'm asking the order you want. So you want to just go to after the North Ward, just hit the City of the Dead, then the Undercliff.
Yeah, we're basically making like you said, a clockwise.
Okay.
City.
Okay. So. As you take off, circling around the trade wards first, coming back up the way you came and back down. Whee. I would like either Mousey or Sharptooth. Well, Mousey, I like Mousey. You go ahead and roll a D100, and Sharptooth, go ahead and give me an animal handling check with advantage.
I hope this.
Do we have some adventurous like Griffin riding music?
I don't have any that would be. Well, I'll see what I got.
I got 23.
Nice.
Or 26.
Oh my god.
Nice. And Sharptooth, it's because of your trust. I'm not saying that anything's going to happen. It takes you a little bit to kind of get used to this, so it takes you a little longer than normal to do the trade ward. It's probably would have taken you an hour to just go up and down this entire thing. And what did you roll, Mousey?
26.
As you're going along the entirety of the ward, it does not ping at all.
As you fly over the yawning portal, I want to drop a bunch of pamphlets for the Troll Skull Manor.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. You put some parades. You see some City Watch is like, I'm gonna have to get these guys for littering.
Yeah, probably should have.
Again, I forgot. I forgot when Sharptooth got that natural 20. I should have done this.
Back when we
Yeah.
day before opening day for the tavern, Sharptooth had me go back there and do Skywrite for the same advertisement.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny.
There we go. I only have the only exciting music I have on here is combat music, so we'll use that. But moving into the dock ward. Go ahead and give me another animal handling check with advantage, Sharptooth, and Mousey, give me another D100.
$27.
Okay, going up and down this. You managed to get it in plenty of time. You've managed to fix the stabilization. You're having much easier. You're able to control Bone Snapper a lot easier than you were before. However, Mousey, you do not get a ping at all.
Are you sure that thing's working?
I think so, and I kind of like bang it against my hand. I shake it.
You head over into the Great Harbor. And go ahead and do the
Do we
same
see
thing again.
whales?
Give me one more. Give me another animal handling check, and if you're good on this, you won't need to do any other animal handling. And then Mouse, give me a 100.
I saw that coming.
Mousey almost falls off. Luckily, because he's the Rat King, he's able to save himself and do that. You're like, hey, watch me do a barrel roll, and you try to do an aerial roll, which is not actually a barrel roll, but you think it's a barrel roll.
Pretty sure it is.
Well, because last time you did it, you fell in a barrel.
Yep.
So, a couple things happen here. Yeah. Okay, so after that, you managed to go around. Can I also get a perception check from Mousey and Sharptooth?
Perception. Ooh, 9.
9. Sharptooth,
15.
you... Let's see. Yep, that'll do it. Sharptooth, you think you see in the water a very large creature swimming under it.
But
In the middle of the harbor.
What was that? Well, it was. I don't think it was a log.
I get it. Coming back over this way, you start circling back around to make sure you get all the other things. And closer to the docks, you do start getting a ping.
Ooh.
Oh boy!
Circling around, give me a investigation check, each of you, as you're attempting to sort of figure out, sort of triangulate where this is. Natural 20. You know what that means?
Natural 20!
Put that like 2 octaves down, it'd be a bass guitar.
I found whatever free ones I could find, and I don't know anything about instruments, so
It's perfect. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. You are able to triangulate it to a series of ships. About 3 ships docked at, we'll say, this sort of T dock over here.
Okay. So we need to circle back and tell everyone, and then head in this direction, I guess.
That does make the most sense.
Okay. As you were heading back, you're sort of doing just a wide circle, so you can sort of head back. At about this point up here, more than 500 feet from those ships, probably good 1,000 feet or so, it starts dousing again.
Well, where's that?
I don't get it. Didn't it just do it back here?
We have multiple nibbles.
So go ahead and do another another investigation check as each of you, as if you can triangulate this. Damn it, do it again. Do it again. And what's your roll?
I got 2.
2.
11.
11. You're not able to completely triangulate it, but you do know it's somewhere over here.
Oh, so when you say there's a
Elm.
ping, it doesn't mean it means like it's starting to get faster or something.
When I say ping, you're able to douse it because it gets louder when you get closer. You are able to confidently say over here that is there must be a nimble right on that ship or something that is triggering this for whatever reason. When you circle around and you notice that it starts whirring again when you are over here, you are unable to figure out where exactly the second one is. But you know it's in this general area. Maybe the thing's moving around, maybe something else happened, but you are getting a distinct second ping.
I go, this just got a whole lot more complicated, Sharptooth.
The plot thickens.
I mean, should we search some more? Should we search some more?
I think it might be worth it.
Like, if there's multiple of these things, then
Is it possible that he's teleporting?
not impossible, I guess.
We'll say that during this course of this, you can go back and check, and there is still a ping around the ships.
Oh, geez, there's 2. Okay. I guess we can.
What about
continue.
that? What about that big shape?
Make another investigation check, or perception or investigation, actually. Sharptooth, you can't see it.
See what?
Exactly. You don't see any other shapes in there. Mousey, you do get a view of it. It does look to be like dragon shaped under the water.
I think I'm whispering this to you for some reason.
Oh, you are. Yes, those were.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I apologize. Yeah, Mousey's been getting rolls, and I didn't notice that. So yeah, that's weird. Must be a way to turn that off.
It's because I was messing with something earlier and I didn't know that was going to happen. Okay, that's
Okay.
good now.
Make another roll just to double check. Yeah, he got a 23. So
Probably saw it.
yeah, so that one's coming up normal. But yes, you are able to see something, and it does look to be dragon-shaped under the water, sort of towards the center of the harbor, not near the dots.
You know, I was so sure I saw something there earlier. Now I just can't. It's probably just in my head.
Is it moving?
It does appear to be swimming. Yeah, underneath. You would know, being in the Waterdeep for a while, that dragons, based on the dragon staff, that is held by... No, that's not the dragon staff. I'm sorry, the black vipe... I keep mixing. It's not the black vipe, it's somebody else.
Black staff.
Black staff, that's the word I'm thinking of, yes. Black Viper's like an assassin or someone. Black staff... The staff that the black staff has, which is also called the black staff, makes it so dragons cannot enter the town of or the city of Waterdeep, cannot come inside the city walls. There is an exception that you would probably know, that this does not include the harbor itself.
Huh. So some of them just kind of hang out here, hoping that they can maybe get through.
Potentially. But
Can I do a quick history check to see if I know what dragons swim underwater?
give me a history check.
Or history or something, yeah.
Yeah.
15.
15. You would probably know, which means I have to look up a list.
Pretty sure it's bronze. I think bronze dragons.
You know what? I will just, if you just give me a moment, everybody can go to a sandwich. I will. I know how exactly I can look this up. References bestiary. Dragon filter, swim speed.
Pretty sure Copper's one.
Okay, so of the 2 gem dragons, which are relatively new, so but we'll include them anyway. Topaz dragons and amethyst dragons have swim speeds, as does a deep dragon. They're obviously not just an adult. It would also be black, bronze, gold, green, and white.
Okay.
I will post that list in the game chat.
And only 2 of them we'd like.
Could be Mother Worm swimming in the sea.
Yes. You would probably say this adventure was made before Fastman's Treasury of Dragons. So the amethyst, deep, and topaz are probably not what's in there, unless I am completely making a brand new thing up.
Could be a dragon turtle.
Could be.
I don't think the harbor is big enough for one of those.
Yeah, a dragon turtle would also be on this list. Correct. I would have come up with what I put in there.
So wait,
Pretty sure dragon turtles aren't like in Avatar where they're big as islands. I think they're just really big turtles.
They're gargantuan, so they would be 4x4 squares if you're going by just normal rules. But yeah, they could be anything bigger than that.
They're larger than a Tarrasque.
Yeah, probably.
Them and Krakens are the only ones larger.
I will say that this does not look like a dragon turtle. It definitely looks like a dragon with wings.
Okay. So maybe not unheard of from what we understand. So do we check the entire dock ward?
Yes. Well, you did check the dock ward. You got the ping from the harbor, and then on the way back, you hit that second ping. But you have already checked the dock ward.
And we double checked the first ping.
And you did,
Yeah,
yes.
we did. Nice. And did we do the trade ward?
You did the trade, dock, and the harbor.
Okay, let's do the rest of the city, just make sure.
Agreed.
Okay.
5 pings later.
With Mount Water, so going to Mount Waterdeep. Go ahead and roll me a D100. $100. Natural 100. No pings happen. However, Sharktooth, you do see quite a lovely sight as one of the major statues, one of the walking statues of the Griffin is right on top of the thing.
Oh, neat.
Is it?
I don't think I brought over for my other game I had brought in like a picture of each of them, but I didn't bring them into here. I only brought the Honorable Knight, so I didn't think you'd find them. But you know the Griffin, you know the Hawkman, and a couple other ones.
Wait.
But no pings. What would you like to do next? Continue on to the Castle Ward and just like continue?
Yeah.
Alright. Give me another D100, somebody. Preferably one of the
back at the gate.
Yeah, we'll go back to that. It's like oh man, you think they're gonna be back in a while? It's been like 4 hours.
Simon, I sure wish they had a sending stone so we could have talked to them, but I guess not, huh?
Only Rat King has it.
That would have been a good investment, but we just didn't think about it.
Yes, thank you, Bun. That is the one that is an artistic rendering of the statue. They only put there's only 4 of these statues that they are in official books. One of them is in, I think, Xanathar's or one of the other books that came out, and not actually used in Waterdeep. But yeah, Castle Ward, however, an 84 does not ping anything.
That's the art I use for the thumbnail.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Well, it's a little different, but
it's the same, shot. Moving on to the C Ward. Go ahead and give me another D100.
Then the D Ward, the E Ward,
For the reward.
Yeah, there you go. I would give you extra inspiration for that, but you're already maxed out. However, going around the seaward, it does not have any pings.
How about when we pass by the House of Inspired Hands?
Nope, because it does not ping off of Nim. He made sure of that.
Okay.
You head into the field board, give me another D100.
So we might be wasting our time, but we have to fly back anyway. 75.
Yeah, it's on the way.
75. 75. Again, no other pings. And do you want to go right to the City of the Dead, or do you want to do the Undercliff next? I think you put down City of the Dead, but oh no, you still have to do the North Ward. So North Ward, go ahead.
As we fly over the Ralhoun Villa, I want to spit on it.
You do spit. You have no idea. You have no idea if it lands. You do find some of the other statues though. The Great Drunkard, the Sword Beans over here. I think you already see that one. The Honorable Knight. And if I notice any other ones, you will have basically seen all of the all 7 of the statues.
I've been here my
I think there's
whole
6 or
life,
7.
and I've never done this before.
Yeah, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. There was an episode of Acquisitions Incorporated where I don't know if this isn't canon, I don't think, but they found out that the statues are like giant controllable robots, and they fought in Tarrasque.
They are animated monsters. They can be used as monsters. There's a stat block for them, and they are able to be animated. If you know the history of the lore of the city, this is completely true. Going to the North Ward. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like the story, was like a Voltron robot. He went to his head, and they had control panels and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not quite that, but one of those we do Eberron, and you get into one of the giant mechs that they have there. However, with the 46, you think you get a ping, but then you realized, oh no, you're just shaking because of how cold it is up here. Autumn wind. You head down to the City of the Dead.
Spooky.
Give me one more D100. 54. Quick this one, and you're not able to see anything at all. Did you want to do the Undercliff, or did you want to jump back to the gate?
Well, last time Mark said it wasn't in the Undercliff.
So we shall continue. You head back to the gate.
I'm good just to go back to.
All right, you land. Now, as that probably took a couple hours to do. So, Simon and Brutrik, is there any additional things that you would like to have done during this time?
Panic.
Other than what you do normally.
Oh, okay. I'll probably at some point stay. I really hope that that it didn't eat them. They are kind of bite size for it.
I think it really liked Sharptooth at least. Do you know that's a 50-50, I think at least one of them's coming back. Hey Simon, I have this weird urge to buy a glass blowing kit. Do you think that's weird?
Not at all. What for?
I just break so many glasses. Maybe I should just, learn how to make new ones.
Admirable. I'm sure you could find one from one of the crafting guilds.
Yeah, I think this is what people call stress purchasing.
I certainly want to purchase books whenever I'm stressful.
Yeah, but with me it's gonna be, I don't know, metal poles and lots of sand.
Glass blower's tools would be 30 gold pieces, and you should be able to find that in the equipment management.
It said it was 30?
30 gold, 30.
Simon, can I bum 10 gold pieces off of you? I seem to be 10 short.
I'll give it to them.
I mean, and you can swap it out of the master thing as well if you want. So.
Yeah, we have nearly 1,000 gold.
Yeah, got a very good first week, first and only week of operation.
Yeah, it's a nice while it lasted. Yeah.
Yeah. So
then the plot happened.
Joey, if you being the banker could take, how much gold do you need off of the?
I'd say just the full 30, just so I don't go to zero in my own.
Okay.
Joey, if you can handle that.
I did.
Thank you.
It'd be nice if there was a
like a group one.
Like a
group one.
Like a group gold add-on
or
something.
Yeah, I wish I would be surprised if it's on the back burner for D&D Beyond, because they have lots of stuff that they are trying to implement. But
yeah, like a like a campaign like bank.
Well, now that they've added categories like backpack and equipped and stuff like that, it's easy for them to make a tab for group, and which would be available to anybody in the campaign.
Yeah, or because they did recently just add gold. You can put gold inside those containers, which is neat. So probably on the way. Well, that's in case you want to separate things out. If you want to be like, I'm putting 5 gold in this bag and I'm going to leave it somewhere, for roleplay purposes.
Yeah, or if you're using the variant encumbrance.
Yeah. Although you can add that coin weight in automatically. Either way, as you're coming back, you do see Bone Snapper, Sharptooth, and Mousey come on back. They have not eaten since this morning. They have not used the bathroom since this morning. Bone Snapper probably has. But you land.
Maybe we did. You don't know.
It was so cold up there.
Keying off a Griffin might be, on the bucket list.
You spend a bit extra time over top the Growlhound Villa.
Of course, with the wind and stuff, I'll probably land on the tavern.
In any case, the day is yours. You've all joined back up.
Holy jeez, you would never believe what just happened.
So
Don't panic.
You give Bone Snapper back to the person, the trainer.
Just absentmindedly just jump off and just forget that there's a Griffin right behind us.
And I'm going to spend a few minutes asking him questions, like what his name and how long he's been a trainer. So I keep up my story.
Yeah, he gives you all that information. Slowly he says, "So what'd you think of the? Did you fly past the Griffin?"
Oh my, yeah, it was neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw all the statues, like the Griffin, the Lady Dreaming, the Drunkard, Sword Maiden,
the
Honorable
Sahaugen, the Sahaugen Humbled, I believe is one of them.
Yeah, there was just one of the Sahaugen for some reason. That was cool.
Yeah, there. I've been meaning to do a one of those things where you just go around to each of them and then get a portrait painted in front of them. I want to do one where I'm holding one of them up. Oh, I've seen those pictures. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, the drunken what was it? The Great Drunkard is kind of leaning a little bit so you can act like you're holding him up so he doesn't fall.
The Great Drunkard, I believe, is actually one of the. I think it's one of the statues that they actually. No. There's one that's actually they built buildings on top of.
Oh.
And I forget which one it is. I think it was the Great Drunkard.
That sounds like the worst one to put buildings on top of.
Yeah.
There's a picture of it. In either case. Yeah, but no, they're all great. But anyway, thank you. I hope you Bone Tooth, or he deleted him, forgot his name. Old Boney here has treated you well.
Yeah, he's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet Griffin.
And don't worry, the dragons still haven't made it to land.
Kind of looks at you and it's like, yeah, I'm sure.
The harbor's full of dragons. Nothing
You
to
saw
worry
that
about.
too? I thought I saw something, then I didn't, and so you saw it.
Yeah,
The
freaking
rock
dragons under the
shapings,
water.
the water rock shapes can play tricks on you. I've flown over that many a time, and I have never seen an actual dragon.
Oh, well, we
you
did.
kids.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
at least half the time.
So, right next to this guy's story, I'm going to write a thing that says "Dragons in Waterdeep Harbor?" Question mark.
He ends up. He's like,
Have-
"Well, I bid you all adieu," and he hops onto the Griffin and flies off towards
Does
the
he-
harbor.
He's looking for that dragon. I know he is.
Yeah.
Doesn't even give Bonebreaker or Bone Snapper
Bone
time
Snapper.
to rest.
It's a Griffin. It's like, be
Whatever. See, Griffin doesn't eat.
And just water it twice a day, and it should be fine.
It probably landed a couple of times just to rest itself, but then kept going. It's like a horse. You can they've got endurance, or camel. It's got endurance.
Yeah.
Eating like large pigeons or stuff out of the sky while you were flying around.
I mean, Griffins are half horse or something, right?
Yeah, something I liked in the synopsis PDF is that the Griffin riders have to keep them at a certain height, otherwise they may be tempted to zoom into the streets and eat a horse.
I gotta read that thing over. It's got a lot of good niblets in it. Okay, what would the four of you like to do now?
Well, I tell him, it's like, well, we found 2 pings. There might be multiple.
2.
There might be multiple nimble rights.
And it ain't even like they teleported. We got one ping, and we're like, oh, geez. And then we kept going, there's another ping. We're like, oh, what? I did teleport? We went back. First ping, still there.
One was on a boat in the docks, and another one was in a building in the dock ward.
Oh, I was under the assumption that they were incredibly rare. Perhaps some kind of maybe that's where they store them for the parades.
Well, we were
I
thinking
hope
that
he's
too,
not
but
pieces.
we flew over the church, and I thought there were nimble rights there, and we didn't get a ping. Or maybe there's only Nim there.
Yeah, you were probably told that there was only Nim there, and this Nim does not do this. Does not set it off.
Well, they're near each other, so I suppose we investigate both.
I mean, it could be true what you said. It could be a storage area for the parade. I say the boat is our best bet because they probably don't store the nimble rights on a boat like the innocent ones.
Okay, I hope you guys don't mind. I have a glass blowers kit now.
Oh,
You've just been trying to use
Oh.
it this entire time, just blowing into it without heating it up or anything.
We got a tad bored while you were up there.
have you made anything? Have anything to show?
I've just been mostly blowing sand around. I don't really have a kiln yet, so but I'm working on my blowing technique.
One of
'Cause
these
it's like a-
days, though.
It'd be funny because he does have a spear proficiency. If I could somehow combine the glass blower's pole and with a spear, so then it's.
I might talk to you about it. If you can think of something, I would totally be all for like Rube Goldberg or not Rube MacGyvering things.
Yeah. I just thought of that now, so I'm gonna put some.
One of the glass blower tools actually does look similar to a spear, if I remember right. It's tongs and a pointy metal thing.
Mm.
Do you think we should wait till night before we investigate these places?
In the dock ward?
Would it be better having the light of the day to help us out?
But in the night, we'd be less likely to be seen.
I think that mostly goes for me and you, Mousey. I'm not too sure about Simon.
Lest you forget, I am the Rat King. I work best at night.
I don't know. For some reason, I seem to stick out quite a lot in the Dark Ward. How many you had to?
I mean, I love your outfit, Simon. The hat, the robes, love it. But you're right. You might stand out a little bit. I mean, you just got that disguise kit. Maybe you can dress a little bit more like a commoner for this purpose.
Right. Fashion.
Makeover!
Oh dear.
Oh God, I've been waiting for this. He moves the glasses, he takes off the hat, and he has this long flowing hair. It's like an entirely new person.
Man,
So
it's all that.
if you'd like to use your disguise kit to sort of touch up your costumes or anything, or your clothing, or if you'd like to use disguise self, but it's up to you which one you want to use.
Well, I'm against most of it, but probably when we're closer, I can offer to do disguise self on Brutrik, since he would need it the most.
Can you disguise self on other people?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it says you make yourself.
Oh wait.
Plus, it is disguise self.
Disguise self, not disguise person.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm probably. I think alter.
Alter self is what you're thinking about. Yeah.
I think you can do that one on other people.
Oh, you assume a different form. Yep. That one just does more than your costumes. It makes you. It's like a semi-polymorph.
Yeah, disguise self is purely illusion.
Yeah. In any case, whichever one you choose, you'll. I guess are you heading over there now? Or are you heading over at night? It did take a couple hours, so it's probably mid to late afternoon at this point. Probably not near dusk yet, but
I say we relax at the yawning portal, and then head at night.
Is that Bonnie character still like a double or something?
It's It's a perfectly legit lifestyle. You don't have to judge her for it.
Well, does that mean there was a previous version of her, and this one's just kind of like taken over her life, or was she always a double?
It's not a body snatcher. She's just a formless blob person, and then she turns into a pretty redhead, and that's all it is.
Are you okay? As long as you're sure it's the later of the two options.
I'm like 98% sure.
It's pretty high. Okay, let's get going.
So you're gonna spend the day at the rest of the couple hours at the yawning portal. Let me.
Yeah, I want to talk to Duran. I think his name is Duran about or Duran about like a 1 week of running a bar until we had to close because of terrorist activity.
Okay. Just
Brutrik asks
get the map
if
set
he
up.
could borrow his fireplace to practice glass blowing.
I'm bringing you over to the map just in case. I don't know. Maybe another troll will come out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Speak of the devil. There's 3 strings.
We didn't tell 3 strings about Bonnie.
You didn't. You did a very low or relatively low deception check on it, but he didn't respond in any sort of notable way.
I think you basically told him that that where she was going was just fine, and he didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You head into the yawning portal, and it is filled with people. You can't see them here; they're invisible. But there are people. Just sort of. It is late afternoon. People are just enjoying themselves. A group of adventurers heading down into the well. Bet's going around. It's like, I bet you they don't come back. I bet you we won't see them for at least a week. I bet you they're gonna find all the treasure on the first level of the dungeon. And everybody looks around and is like, yeah, you can't say that. You're going down there. And just a bunch of rowdy people, just, getting set to go down for an adventure in this giant mega dungeon underneath the city.
I want to find Matt Mercer and congratulate him on the first season of Vox Machina.
He's sitting over here next to Volo.
All the celebrities in one corner.
Can I have your autograph?
Would you like to?
Volo was there.
It was very serious that Brutrik wants to use that fireplace to try glass wood.
Okay. You go up to Durnan and be like, well, go ahead and ask him.
Hey, Durnan, how's it been since I've been here?
Well, nice to see you again. Haven't had much glass breaking recently. I kid you, you're a good kid. Kind of punches you in the arm in that sort of friendly sort of way.
Oh yeah, Durnan, you'll never guess what. Speaking of breaking all those glasses, I think I've got an idea. And then I hold up the glassblowers tools, and I'm like, I know what I can do.
Make glasses?
Yes, I think I could learn to make glasses to make up for all the broken ones I've done.
Honestly, I am very proud that you decided to take that up. You'd be very careful. The glass does get very hot.
I was wondering, do you think I could maybe use your fireplace right now to practice?
Looks on over. There's a couple people over there. Is like, if you could scare some people away from them without running them out of the building, be my guest.
All right.
You see two fireplaces, one down here and then one up north.
I don't want to accidentally catch the entrance door on fire, because that's as me, the player. So I'm gonna go to the north one.
No, as you walk away, I'll end up whispering to Durnan, "We're covered if anything happens."
Well, that's good.
Brutrik would like to ask three strings, and anyone else.
So three strings is just sort of like over here.
Okay.
Giving performances, whatever. There are two other gentlemen there, just sort of like having an argument. And it's like, no, well, I say he's 3 feet tall, and well, I say he's 2 feet 7 inches. Oh, that's like a whole 5 inches below. They're having a little argument, as you can see. You go up to them. They're sort of like standing in front of the fireplace, arguing.
Excuse me, fine sirs. Could you?
They both turn to you at the same time and go, "What?" in unison. Or I'm sorry, they go, "What?" No, wait, acting. What?
There we go. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I just got a new glassblowers tools, and I really need that fireplace to start practicing to make new glasses. Is it okay if you take your argument just a couple feet to the right?
Feet. See, this one's talking about feet, too. That's all we need to go. The other one turns, how about you judge this? We're trying to figure out how tall the Rat King is. I say he's 3 feet. Bobby over here says he's 2'7". What do you think?
Oh, the Rat King? Gulp. I think... No, I know. And then so I make a hand motion, and what it is it's from memory touching the top of Mousey's head. Or like Night King's head, like it being there, and just like look at it, and then grab my other huge, enormous bear bug arm, go to the floor, and then bring that up, look at it, and I'm like, it's this much. And so, is that closer to 3 feet or 2'7"?
Mousey, how tall is your character?
I don't think I never officially did it, but it's like any halfling, like about like 3 feet.
If you want to do it now, I can.
He's a staggering 3'1".
Yeah.
Joey, if you could roll me a D4 or 2D4.
2D4?
Yep.
2.
2'7" plus 2.
Oh no! I refuse to have that be canon.
When you're on, roll another D4 then. Roll another 2D4 and we'll take those.
Okay.
His character creation, so. Alright, that's canon then. 2'10". And you say, Brutrik, 2 foot 2'7"? No, 2'9". No, 2'10". And they
the Rat King has
that's... Go ahead.
The Rat King's boots are like platform shoes, so he looks taller.
They kind of look at you and they're like, I guess that's kind of... Yeah, I guess if you count from the ears and the... Make a persuasion check for me, Brutrik, with advantage, because you know about the Rat King.
I'm not very
17.
persuasive. Oh.
That's 17. They look at you like, wow, I guess we were fools to doubt each other as we were both wrong. Yes, Bobby. I'm sorry. This came between us. Let us go. And rejoice and be merry, for the Rat King is average height. And they sort of walk off.
Into the pit.
they pass right by you, Mousey, and you could probably hear this from a distance, and you're like, they don't I know.
No, it's like
you have the glass blower skit.
I'm like,
you have the killing free. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was at least 3'11", or 2'11".
Just like, I need to get new shoes, and they get the platforms.
Yeah, Brutrik, you are trying out your glass blowing kit, so
It's very much just got brand new video game feelings.
You're taking out you were taking out the instruction booklet and reading it on the way over here excitedly.
Yeah, I know all the combos.
All the tricks. I want to talk to Duran. I've been running a bar for years, and just
and
I'm just like, it's like, yeah, as a business owner and running the most popular bar that area of Waterdeep, it's a lot of responsibility to take on, but I think we've been handling it pretty well.
He just kind of just stares at you in sort of he's just like a watching you sort of way. He's just like, all right, go on.
And I don't want I don't see the Yawning Portal as competition. You have your audience, I have my audience.
I completely agree. As you see him crumpled up papers behind him that are notably similar to the ones that you dropped over the Yawning Portal.
Yeah. I mean, we do have Leaf's world famous whiskey, but you have your giant hole, and that's great.
I suppose, yes. But do you have one of these? He takes out a sword from behind the counter and puts it onto the thing. It's like a great sword or a long sword. Let me double check.
We do have a giant knife. You have one of those.
Kind of looks over. There's a medium-sized knife hanging over the wall, on the north wall.
That's impressive, but we have a knife that's as big as a broadsword.
I do have to say, that is impressive. I'm sure many people will come from all over to see the giant knife. Puts his sword back beneath the counter.
The sword that is larger than Mousey.
We do have you to thank for the troll skull hanging above the bar. So let's call it even. Huh?
Fair enough. Roll a persuasion check, actually.
Not knowing there's nothing. Persuasion.
Friends, huh?
Yep.
19.
He says it the same way. He says, fair enough. The hint of disgust. But you think it's very accepting.
And I order one of my milks that I'd like to order from here.
Brings you 2 milks. Or one of your malt cow juice.
Yes. Cow juices.
Okay. Simon and Sharptooth, do you have anything you wish to do?
Simon's more nervous and is taking a booth in the back actively pulling the brim of his hat a little lower just to make sure. Just out of worry due to being surrounded by so many people, one of them might be an off-duty guard that that is somehow carrying wanted posters with all of them or something.
Have you activated your disguise self?
No.
Then go ahead and make a stealth check. Natural 20.
How?
Or a total of 19. Which means I do have to roll something, because I have an idea here.
Uh-oh.
None of us can find Simon.
You are able to. Nobody comes over to you. Nobody seems to notice you. Nobody, not even the any waiters come over. Waitresses, waiters, waitstaff come over to you. It's like you blended into the booth. Sharptooth, what would you like to do?
I'd like to go over to 3 strings and cast pyrotechnics. So it's like ideally, so they're not like paying attention. So what happens is it be like, and then like the pyrotechnics going around and be like, "Hey, 3 strings, have you ever thought of adding something cool to your show?"
You run around the back and you come in through the door with that going.
Just slide in with on your knees.
I was like, what? How do you do that?
It's about performance. I just upgraded my act.
It's pretty awesome. I have to agree. But can you do that with only 3 strings? And he holds up his lute with 3 strings on it.
Are you asking me to jump without any legs? Jeez, what do you want?
I want you to jump without any legs. As he goes on, and he goes back to his music, which is this. He's doing all of that with his 3 strings.
Wow.
So, why I use 4 strings opposed to 3 is because it lessens the hand movement between going up and down notes. I can just go up a string or down a string, and you have to move your arm up or down the length of the neck.
Right, but does not limitation breed creativity?
You're going to get tennis elbow in your arm.
I assure you,
And
I'm
I'm
a professional. I will not get that.
Yes, because you will do it frequently for long times for every day, you will not get a chronic fatigue muscle. I'm trying to...
Hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened. Shan't happen in the future.
What are you, like 17?
Maybe.
Talk to me when you're 30. Then we'll see what's going on. That's when you're over the hill. 30 years old.
You just kind of make an intimidation check.
That's when your life is over.
Admittedly, given the average lifetime of a goblin, Sharptooth is really old.
It doesn't basically like Pickle?
31.
It's Keith Richards in a goblin body.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like they usually die pretty early.
Yeah, kobolds generally don't live past 10, but they can live to be 150. So similar thing with goblins there. He just kind of like go off. He's like, well, I've got to go play my music, and he goes, and you see him just kind of like tuning his instrument like a little more. Like you definitely phased him a bit, like in a sort of like, you know what you're talking about sort of way. He's not afraid of you, but he's intimidated by your fame.
I know what I'm talking about. 4 strings are the future. Potentially, maybe even 5 strings. 6 strings.
I'm surprised you can count that high. And he just kind of walks off.
Yeah.
5 strings.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else wants to do?
Well, I want to get to those ships, but is Bonnie serving here today?
Make a perception check with advantage as you were in here for a couple hours. Or you can go up and ask Durnan.
19.
19. You have not seen her come in or out of the kitchen area at all.
Okay.
heartstrings. Anything else, anyone? Otherwise, dusk will... day will turn to dusk, dusk will turn to night.
I'm all good.
I'm gonna see how many glasses I did or did not make.
Roll a... so go ahead and roll a dexterity... dexterity with proficiency bonus. I'll go in and actually add a Glassblower's Tools to your D&D Beyond sheet in a bit. But go ahead and roll dexterity and add 2 to it. 19. Oh, you did quite well. Go ahead and roll me a d4. You make 4 very nice glasses. It's like you're a natural.
Oh, this is so calming. And then I drop them off at Durnan, and I say, "Here you go, buddy."
These are exquisite work, Brutrik. Exquisite. Kind of takes one and he hangs it, puts it on a shelf behind him with like a bunch of other like smaller like mementos and sort of things. Like, yeah, this is display craft right here.
Oh, Brutrix bristles with excitement, and there's like a bee carved into the bottom of it. With I assume he has like claw hands.
Yeah.
So it'd be like inscribed with just like a childlike bee on the bottom of them to let them know
like you'd see with like a giant crayon where it's not really like it's like they know how to make the shapes but they don't have the motor skills to connect them.
Yeah,
Very
and
nice.
it'll definitely be something that'll catch on as like, oh, that's an artistic signature. He's doing it on purpose.
I was sort of expecting him to specialize in crackleware, where it looks like
Oh, it's broken.
yeah, so that way it's pre-broken.
Oh, that would be really great to go into. But I think I just would have started with just regular glasses.
I'm going to say it's probably going to be dexterity, so I'm going to put this in here. Blowers, tools. Boop-a-doop boop. Oh, I just save one. There you go. Okay, if you refresh the page and scroll down on your skill sheet, you should see Glassblower tools with a +4 bonus. Brutrik.
I sure do.
And you'll be able to do that now for anything with Dex. Otherwise, if it's not Dex, we'll just do it by hand.
Cool.
Well done. With that, day turns to, as I said before, day turns to dusk, dusk turns to night. The adventurers do come back. All but one of them. And everybody's still cheering, and you see several people go like, "Ah, here's your money, here's your money." It's like at the end of the drinking scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's just the adventure party's like very solemn, but everyone else is like, ah.
Nope, they're also not solemn. Like you'd expect them to be if something happened to their friend down there, but they're not. But in any case, you all head on out back to Waterdeep, but at night. Put on the night music.
Apparently, friends are worth finding 1 or 2 magic items.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The first level. I'm trying to remember what was on that first level since we ran it. I kind of
Alright,
forget.
we did. Most like the top 3 levels are like already, or the top 2 levels are like already pillaged because lots of people go down there. So you can find stuff, and there are things that are still hidden, but you mostly don't find them until a little further down.
I don't remember much. I remember there was a... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I remember there was a zombie beholder. That's kind of all I remember.
Yeah. In any case, you get out. Wind has sort of picked up. This is autumn, and there's like a wind that has picked up, and it's a little colder, but it's also kind of making things a little more difficult for you. It's louder, so you'll have trouble hearing things, and it is also might have trouble with ranged weapons.
Okay.
In any case, you've gone from the yawning portal, and which ping do you wish to go to, the docks or the other one?
I think
The
the
one on the
docks.
boat? Yeah.
And on down to the docks. You turn the thing on, it starts to whir, and heading to the direction of the three ships that are docked at the end of this T-dock.
But we don't know which boat it might be. What type of boats do they seem to be? Like merchant vessels or like pleasure boats? Like
roll me
yachts?
anybody who's been down to the dock wards more recently. Give me a history check.
I don't know who that would be, but I'll roll it.
Maybe me.
Yeah. So with the 9 and 12, you're not familiar with it. It does not look to be something that is just like a Waterdeep vessel. It doesn't look like to be a pirate vessel. It does look a little ornate.
You said there was three.
There are
three boats.
There are 3 boats on the end of this T-dock.
I'd like to do perception or look for the Grauhun's family crest or something on one of the boats.
But make a perception or investigation check.
Or a Centaurum flying serpent.
Symbol. You can do that. You can do that as well, Mousey, since you're looking for those. Natural 21. You do not see... Oh, natural 20 to a 21. Brutrik does not see anything in particular relating to the Grauhuns or the other symbol that you had mentioned. Mousey, you don't see any Zentarum symbols.
Are they like presenting any kinds of flags or sigils of any kind?
Let me see.
Excuse me.
Got a little bit more information in my notes on this, but that's how it happens. What is over here? Yes. Are there any flags? Go ahead and roll me a history check. 16.
I imagine heraldry would be at least something that he's looked into.
Yeah. You don't see any the sort of flags that you see. Sort of. You have noticed this as the Sea Maiden's Fair. That down. These 3 ships are actually part of a sort of group of traveling like a seafaring carnival, so carnies.
Okay.
That's based in Luskan, so you'd be familiar with the flag and the heraldry of the Luskan thing. Had to look that up for a bit. Sorry. One ship does to be a little more ornate, and you would think that would be the sort of the flagship of the 3.
I guess we could get started at the really fancy one.
Yeah, if anything's going to be a noble's ship, it's probably the nicer one. And at this point, I am in Rat King mode.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just to note, this group does seem to be entertainers. They could. They might have brought a Nimblewright with them, and so don't assume that they're bad guys.
We would never.
Let's say, well, now you just put a big wrench in the cogs here.
A maybe wrench in the maybe cogs.
Sorry.
So, as you are standing sort of at the end of the docks, are you sort of like standing in the open or just sort of like out of the way a bit? Like, how would you be observing these vessels?
sneakily.
Behind some boxes or something.
Yeah. As you are doing this, you're out a little bit on some like the sort of water walkways and stuff. Looking out, however, everybody roll me a perception check, please. 17, 8, 10, and 19. All of you are sort of observing the thing. Brutrik, your eye wanders a little bit, and you see in the water coming towards you is a large shape. Getting closer and closer.
Is that the dragon?
I think that might be the dragon. I think that might be the dragon.
The rest of you sort of see it as well, and it's coming up to you. It's coming towards you, I should say. It's still a bit of a ways out, and suddenly it's probably going to get there in a round or two. What do you guys want to do?
You know, I'm kind of curious what this thing looks like.
Okay. Sharptooth, nothing. Sharptooth is doing nothing. Mousey.
How big is this thing?
Large.
Young dragon sized.
We could take a young dragon.
Mousey, nothing. Simon.
Panic.
Okay, panic as usual, so which is slightly more than nothing. Brutrik, sorry.
Well, I guess it's not a dragon. Everybody else is standing around, so I guess we're pretty safe. Okay.
Brutrik succumbs to peer pressure and stays where they're standing. Suddenly, as it gets closer, you recognize the dragon. It is definitely a dragon, and sort of surfaces at the water coming up. It is a bronze-colored dragon. Slowing to a stop, the creature stops staring right at the four of you and gives you a toothy grin, and then raises a claw in its small wave. Well met! It chirps. How are all of you?
Oh,
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm quite well. Let me introduce myself. My name is Xenophon. As you can see, I'm a bronze dragon. Don't be alarmed. We're not the dangerous ones. What might the four of you be called?
I'm Sharptooth.
Yes, I'm Rat King.
Rat King, Sharptooth, and the two of you?
What was the dragon's name again?
Zelipharn. I am trying to put it out on the, there it is.
Do you often, talk to people on the docks?
Oh, no, not often. People get kind of scared, frightened of me, if you will. I should admit that I recognized the two of you from before, flying over the harbor.
Dang, you got some peepers on you.
I honestly, I am quite perceptive at a point. I noticed because I usually see people in full armor or sort of the nice clothing that they have. It's very nice clothing. But you were, a small little green thing and a small little tan thing over there. Not usual, but then I saw you come here. I'm sorry, I'm rambling a bit. I should get to business. I notice you staring at those boats over there.
Oh, do you have any information on those boats?
Yes and no. That's actually why I was wondering if are you heading over to those boats?
Potentially.
Okay, maybe you can help me with something. You see, underneath the big one there in the middle, there's some sort of strange, craft, if you will, like an underboat underneath the bottom of the ship. Doesn't look to be made of wood. It looks to be made of some sort of metal. I've tried to talk to the crew, but they are not either paying attention to me or maybe they think they're seeing things. I don't know. It's been no success.
Are you curious about it? Is that why you want us to look?
Indeed. If you're headed over to that middle one there, could you find out whatever you can about that underwater vessel? Without raising suspicion, of course. I don't want people to know that a bronze dragon is interested in their little weird craft. If you do, I can meet you again afterwards in this area. I'll be on the lookout, or just be somewhere along the docks, and I shall find you. I honestly, I should be honest. I don't have much. I don't have the currency that you all do, but I did find a. And he says 1 moment, dives down a little bit, comes back in about a minute. This, and he holds up a barnacle-covered chest. Found this recently. I am unable to open it at all. There's something in there. He shakes it around, and you do hear like a lot of what sounds to be coins in there, sort of sloshing around. It's an underwater cat. I can hear it, and I can smell the gold inside of it. But if you can give me the information you can, then I will let you all have this. Do with it what you will.
Cool.
Oh, that seems like really nice of you, Thorn. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. As of course contingent on you finding out what that thing is. Yes. Well. Yes. Kind of like doesn't know.
This is awkward.
Expected to be a little bit of haggling, to be honest. Well, in this case, I shall let you go. And I will see if I can watch you as you head back, and I'll notice when you get back. Don't worry.
Haggling like no, I want like haggling like no, I want 2 treasure chests.
2 treasure chests. And he sort of says, well, goodbye, all. I will meet you all a little later. And he dives back under the water and heads back out into the middle of the harbor.
Simon has not moved a millimeter this entire time.
You would definitely know that the chromatic dragons are the bad ones. You would definitely know that from your studying. Still probably intimidating.
Okay, so this seems to be an entertainer's vessel. Let's join the circus, everyone, or at least pretend we are. Because look at us, we're a bunch of misfits.
I don't know what you mean by that, Racking.
Yeah, you trying to say something?
No, I guess not. Never mind. I'm saying we're all a little bit unusual enough where I think we don't need to sneak on. Or we can just pretend to be interested in joining their troop. And we can search for that.
Wander in like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No crowds or nothing.
I mean, it's like past everyone's bedtime. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, better be quiet. Just make sure not to wake anybody up, though.
What would you like to do?
I like to think just in the distance we see the dragon's head just pop up and look around and wave and then go back under and then
give a clawed thumbs up.
A little later. Yeah.
Like, just sneak onto that bigger boat.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we need to sneak if we can convince them that we're interested in joining their troop.
If everyone's asleep, who are we gonna talk to?
Listen, I know it was in hindsight, maybe coming at night was the best idea. Okay, I guess we're sneaking. I guess we're sneaking.
Yeah, you can't beat yourself up like that. There's no way we'd know that there were circus boats.
Okay. Simon's finally coming back to reality. If it helps, I may actually have a spell that might help with this as well. I managed to locate a spell of invisibility.
Oh, you just do that.
Yes. Oh,
So
That's
to work,
really cool.
just
will
one.
it work on a group, or work on a group, or just one of us?
Just one. I'm not nowhere near powerful enough for a group one.
Nowhere near powerful enough yet, Simon. Don't worry, you'll get there.
Right.
With my boots of elven kind, I do have advantage on stealth checks.
Only you also had Ring of Water walking, and you could just tiptoe over the water.
I mean, I'm ready to
I
go.
gesture.
Pretty sneaky and do backflips.
I gesture over to the dragon. Says, "Psst."
Kind of peeks his head back up and kind of like looks back behind him, and then points his claw at him in a confused look, like me.
Yeah, it's like
Swims
yeah,
back
you.
over. Swims back over.
Yeah.
Did you manage to get to the ship already? I didn't even see you.
Oh, well, I was wondering if you could give us a ride.
All right. I mean, I don't want to arouse suspicion. I thought you all were heading over there. Do you think you can definitely find the contraption?
Well, it's on the docks, right? I'm looking at this picture, but it's anchored
docked
on
a little bit out. So docks, the thing is that it's not like a gangplank thing. It's out, and there's a dinghy that would take you to it. So if you want to,
Okay.
yeah, you would have to go out to it. It's not directly onto the docks, like some ships with a gangplank.
It's like, yeah, it's just so they won't see us coming.
Make a persuasion check.
11.
11. He kind of turns around, like, well, then I'd have to be around when you come back, and then if they find out who you are, they'll tell you what happened. And so, no, I don't want this to come back to me. I don't want people to know what's going on. No, just information for the chest. That's a deal. It's a deal. So I apologize.
Goodbye. Swish.
He's just kind of like standing there a little bit. He's like, let's just probably leave again. Yes, goodbye. I will catch you later. Dives down. And
is there anyone on the ship?
Make a perception check with disadvantage because it is dark out.
Do you have my night vision goggles?
You do. It's probably beyond 60 feet.
Don't worry,
Okay,
Rat King.
There are
I can be your
lights.
dragon.
There are lights on the ship, but it's still a distance out of the way.
The Brutrik would like to be able to swim over there and have them sit on his back on the way over. Is that?
Are you even good at swimming?
I don't think he's that big.
I can fit.
The two of us are really small, though.
Yeah, Simon would be the hard one.
Are there any unoccupied rowboats for ferrying over on the docks?
Makes a perception check. And Mousey Brown, I apologize, something had come up. You do see a couple of people on the docks or on the ship. Not a lot, just a couple walking around, probably just doing whatever duties they have. And Simon, yes, you do see several tied up dinghies, not canoes, but small rowboats. It is a dock ward there, and you're on the docks. There's going to be a lot of them around.
Hurry up, Simon! Get on my back. We're gonna go swim over.
Maybe we should use a boat instead.
You're some kind of smart, Simon.
Uh, I think I may have a plan that we can do. Um, how about we row over there, introduce ourselves, but I make Mousey invisible, and while he explores the place, we distract them by offering them a job entertaining at our tavern.
I'll say it again, Simon. That sounds like some kind of smart thinking.
Better not be eating into my set time.
No, of course not. But perhaps they may have musicians willing, wanting to play along with you.
As long as they ain't no jerk, I'm cool with it.
Not like that last guitarist.
Jerk face.
So if you'd like to take one of the rowboats, go ahead and give me a stealth check as you attempt to just take it without being seen. It's probably not going to be that hard. It is night. You have Rat King with you. Yeah, Brutrik's fine. You just find the first one you find is like is tethered, but not like tied up or locked up or anything. You're just like, oh, here's one.
He just picks it up, walks to the end of the wharf. The stake that it was attached to, or it was anchored to, is ripped out and just drags along behind him.
It's like sign decor over a ship. Rowboats are us. And you just take the demo one that's outside.
The sign on top of Rowboats Are Us.
Yeah. Okay. You get into the rowboat and you start rowing over there.
And before we get too close, I will cast invisibility on Mousey. He agreed to this, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
He seems like the best one to actually sneak around, not be seen, and like if anything gets in the way, he'll know how to get around it.
And can also investigate. Yes,
he actually knows what to look for too. I will cast that, and it is concentration, but up for an hour. But I have to deal with that, not him.
Okay. Check something real quick. Okay, should be good. All right. So you're invisible. You head on up to the side of the boat. You row up there. Mount Rat King is invisible. Simon, you are concentrating. Keep that in mind. What do you do?
Which one of us?
Huh?
Is that Jerry?
What does Simon do, or what does Mousey do?
Anybody. You're all in the same boat there, still on the side of the boat.
Literally.
Oh well. I thought you said I made my way up to the boat.
No, you were all still in the rowboat. The rowboat is now adjacent to this anchored ship.
I'm gonna try to climb up.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage.
Brutrik is going to hail the boat to be the distraction.
Okay.
And just say,
can I get super advantage since I already have advantage?
I mean, it's going to be a low DC, but basically you having advantage and you being invisible is going to be like the only thing you're... It's going to be like a super low DC. Like, don't get a 1 and you'll be fine. So give me a moment. I gotta light up the map for you.
You are the wind.
I am the night.
So
that's a nat 20 though.
You are super fine. So you come over here to the side of this thing, and
Uh-oh, it has a map.
there is a map, yes. Wrecking, you're able to climb up, and you can see the following. And it's a ship, so there's a faux castle and an aft castle and all that fun jazz, so...
In a poop deck?
It does have a poop deck.
It's got a castle?
All the best boats do.
Wow!
So just, let me cut out the rest of the ship so you know how big it is. Just, it's easier to...
Somebody didn't find one of the fancy maps.
Oh, I was not really expecting you to get here this quickly. This is actually the first time I've ever run this sort of map.
Huh?
Yeah, so there are a couple people. Just to say there's only like 2 out on deck at the moment. Reckon you do manage to get up, and you are fine. Brutrik, you hail the boat. And what do you say?
Hi there, matey? And then slap the side of the boat. Like
Looks
almost
over
like a
and it's
knocking
like,
motion.
Hey! Paint is new! Be careful!
Oh gosh.
Get your head wet.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I was just trying to say hi and be friendly.
Oh, well, hi! Waves back.
Oh, hi! And then waves back.
Oh, hi! And he waves back again.
Oh, hi! And then, it's just like, we here are from a place you may have heard of us. Trollskull Inn.
Can't say that I have. But in any case, may I ask why you are here on the side of our boat?
We're here to hire you.
Me?
You are an entertaining troupe, correct?
Yes. I do more of the sailor stuff, but yes, this is an entertainers group, the Sea Maidens Fair.
Yes. Well, we have an entertainment establishment that we are seeking extra entertainment for, and we're wondering that while you're here in this fine town, if you would be if the members of your troupe would be willing to have a performance or two at our location.
Oh, that sure is a mouthful, but I probably could talk to the boss, see if they're interested in that.
There should be some great entertainers perform there.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying I don't make those decisions. It's not what I do.
Understandable, and I do apologize for for our time of arrival.
Honestly, quite all right. There's always somebody on deck, and honestly, it's usually boring at night. Let me go. Hey! And flag somebody that you can't see on top of the deck. Rat King, you can obviously see this talking to themselves. So, hey, go get the boss. Tell him we got some interested peeps up here who want to. Well, apparently, they've wanted to hire him so badly that they decided to row out at night to talk to us.
We're kind of night owls. This is our best time of day.
One kind of like looks over and is like, okay, sure. All right, let me go find them. And I actually have to find where they are located on this map.
Glad to help.
And just really quickly, who's holding the Nimblewright whirligig?
I assume that we gave it to Mousey.
Well, I mean, it's a 500-foot radius, and it's probably making noise.
It will work.
Probably turn it off. Turn it off, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's got a trigger on it, so you'd be able to just, turn it up.
Yeah, just search for both things at the same time while you're at it.
Yeah, what the... Mousey, in the meantime, what are you doing?
All right, are these stairways right here? Right here?
Where? Sorry, I was...
The triangle.
Yes, these ones go up and these ones go down, so... The lower area always goes to the smaller part of the triangle.
Yeah, so I want to...
So you would be able to note that there's a forecastle and an aft castle. So the higher parts of the ship deck.
Oh, is that where these stairs lead to higher parts of the deck?
Yes.
There's nothing leading downwards.
There is. Yeah, those ones go downward into a lower area.
Yeah, so I'll go lower area.
Okay. That appears to bring you to... I have to see because it does not make it clear where these go. Again, I apologize. I have never run this map before.
We're in uncharted territory, boys.
Uncharted territory.
We're gonna get all the best treasures.
Yeah,
you ever run that a dragon before?
I've used the dragon before. I've never done that specific thing. So he can pop up in a couple different areas.
Schrodinger's dragon.
Where's the... Okay, yeah, so that brings you down from the main deck to the Orlop deck. Like Thurfan Orlop. No, Thurfan Orman. He's not Orlop. I will reveal the areas.
That's what I was thinking.
He's the guy who he's the guy who made Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Uh-huh.
I know these words you are saying.
Everything's made of candy.
Yeah, where's like... Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break as I locate who I need to locate on this. But you are now in this lower area, Joey, and I will describe the area. Okay, if we are ready to go. So we are back on the ship. Make sure the audio is correct. Yeah, so there's wind, and you are on the ship. You have headed into this area, Joey, on the Orlop deck. There's also a lot of areas in this ship, so I'm going to jump around. This appears to be the hold. There's a pillar right in the center of the thing. It looks like there are more stairways. There's a door behind you, a door way to the front. In the middle appears to be large doors that kind of go up to the top deck as well. Sort of, the grates in the top deck come down. This is where they would lower containers and things into the hold, goods and whatnot.
Okay.
There are crates and barrels stacked to the ceiling and tied down, so they don't move on the waves.
I want to peek into this door here.
Okay. This appears to be a hallway with several doors on each side.
Now, as a player, I can see tokens pointing out, but I don't want to metagame.
Yeah, there are tokens in there.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
That's why I'm sneakily open like a random door. So say the first one I get to, and just see if I can peek in.
Make a stealth check. With advantage, obviously, and 26. Yeah, you're fine. So you open this one. This looks to be a cabin. So, a crew member is sleeping here. This looks to be they don't look to be a sailor. They definitely look to be part of the entertainment. They're obviously not in costumes or anything like that, but they are resting in this room. It's not late night, so you don't think that everybody is sleeping. People might just be in their cabins, so keep that in mind.
There's a lot of rooms to check. So I'll pick another random one.
Okay. Do another stealth check. You're good. You peek in and you see another carny that's sort of reading a book or something, and he says, "Oh, that Mousey Brown. He sure knows how to write a story."
I smile. I feel a sense of self-worth that I haven't felt in a very long time. He knows how to write a good story, that Mousey Brown. I just realized this wasn't intentional, but it's like Murphy Brown. Remember that old show from the from the 90s?
I'm familiar with it. I think she was a reporter of something or like a
she was a reporter.
I know it was a political comedy show or sitcom or something like that.
She was like
she did interviews and stuff like that of famous people.
Okay.
Yeah, but she was a news reporter. But Murphy Brown. I go, if I were to nimble right, where would I be? We'll check one more random door.
Okay.
Right here.
You got a stealth check? Roll all your nat 20s on this one. Here's somebody else who is basically just sort of like brushing like a clown wig that they have just on there. It's like, oh, this is gonna be the best one. Oh yeah, all the curls out. Yeah, gonna be good. A little creepy, but not like harmful creepy.
Gonna wear those clown shoes.
Takes out a nose and he puts like clown nose, puts it on. And it's like, feel right. Feel right.
This feels right.
This is me. Okay. I'll let you do one more thing before we jump back up top.
Yeah, I might as well check one more room. Stealth check.
Double that one. Nope. 22. Another one here appears to be sort of just napping or trying to nap. With that, we'll jump back up to the other folks. Good news. Mr. Zord does wish to see you, as I asked for a description. Don't be alarmed, but you have piqued his interest. He does wish to invite you to a short dinner to talk about your business engagement arrangement and whatnot. I don't know. I'm just a sailor. I don't know these business words, but anyway, you can dock your ship and come on up. Or anchor your ship or tie it or whatever. I don't know.
Here, I'll throw you the rope.
He walks away. He's like, yeah, send on up. All right. So there is like a cargo ladder that you can easily climb up, and I do not know ships that well, so I don't know the proper things for it. But you're able to easily attach.
It's called a poop deck.
I know the poop deck is the lowest part between the forecastle and the aft castle. I do know that, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But he does invite you up. You are able to attach to the ship. It's not going to float away, and he does let you all climb up, and it's easy enough to get you all onto the deck.
Oh, I haven't been in a ship, I think, since I came here. I think I came here in a ship.
Well, they are kind of not forgetful, but if you'll come with me, I'll show you to his quarters. It's a lucky you. He'll actually wants you just a proper dinner in his place. You don't have to go to the mess hall like all of us. She invites you up the next area, to which you can actually see the aft castle as well as the forecastle. So you come on up here, and just a couple more sailors up here. This one's actually bringing you in. So he'll be goes up here, knocks on the door. Yeah, Mr. Zord, there. I've got them here. It says, send them on in. Have the cook bring a proper meal for the 4 of us. And let me just describe this area too, because there might be descriptions that are important. So this is the lower castle. There is a further aft castle that goes up one more sort of walk. There, one more sort of walk that you can't quite see. It's another thing up. But that looks to be where the wheelhouse is. I'll actually just, why not? We'll show you. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Over to the right over here. That's where the person is that the ship, the steering wheel, the rudder wheel, whatever it's called. Obviously, they're not using it there. Just someone's like, okay, watch me do this. Rrr, rrr, I'm going really fast. Is obviously just like killing time and playing with the wheel. Do you head on in to this door over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can press the polygon reveal button.
I don't know, can you?
The dining cabinet is bedecked with golden filigree, the purple curtains festooned with silken tassels, the wood paneling scented with perfume. A magnificent feast laid out, well, not laid out yet, will be magnificent china is laid out on a mahogany table of exquisite craftsmanship. Even the dollies are something to behold. Standing behind it all, with a wine glass in his hand, well-built, scantily clad man, his scarlet apparel designed to accentuate his trim figure and bountiful chest hair. Flashy rapier hangs from his stylish belt. "Welcome to the Eye Catcher," he says, flashing his pearly white teeth. "Zarda Zord at your service."
Brutrik's like a little bit like, wow, this is fancy and beautiful everywhere.
Spared no expense. Please come on in and sit.
Absolutely.
You'll see, as soon as you walk in, there is a mechanical man on the other side of the, sort of in the corner of the cabin.
So, what's that man all about?
Oh, that's a, I believe they're called Nimble Rights, yes. Laskin, not Laskin. Let me find the actual information. Yes, a Lantanese creation. We get them from a Lantanese wizard and carry them around, bring them around with us, because they are quite an interesting thing. You young boy, feel free to sit next to me. I don't bite.
Oh, thank you.
The Nimblewright comes over and actually pours some, offers everybody wine.
Because Brutrik's been burned before by eccentric men, I'm gonna have to do an insight check just to feel like, is this off or is he actually being like genuinely generous?
Go ahead and give an insight check, yes.
Worth it.
I need to just make sure of one thing so I don't accidentally show you the rolls.
Seems fine to you.
What a lovely person.
Yeah.
That was either a 1 or a 20.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems completely genuine. Get no ill reading off him at all.
Fascinating. I take it he came here with you?
Oh yes, the 4 of them. We have 4. This one's here. There's another one below decks. The other one each on each of the other ships. You see, all 3 of them are my flagship. This is the Eye Catcher, by the way. I believe I mentioned that. The other 2 are the let's forget their names. I don't have them. The Hellraiser and the Heartbreaker.
That Hellraiser one sounds pretty cool.
I mean,
I think it sounds scary.
It is the coolest and scariest name of the bunch, but it is not as interesting as this boat, I should say.
Or as eye-catching.
Oh, ooh, I like that. I hope you're a clown. Could always use more clowns.
Yes. I was more referring to the nimble right, but yes, this is quite an amazing ship.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We spared no expense. With that, people start bringing in food and setting a very nice thing for you. Came in just a good time where food was being prepared. We'll jump back down to Mousey.
Okay. Just to know,
If you have something you want to say, go ahead.
No, I was just when we go back, the investigation is towards inspecting the nimble right, just to see if there's any like obvious clues or anything like that.
I apologize. I will do
looking for, but
with your 14, you will notice that it is not wearing that red fabric that you had seen from the House of Inspired Hands and the little piece that Mousey found on a rooftop.
Despite its icon having red outfit.
They apparently just drew one of them, but yes, this does not have. It does not. Let's say it's wearing red, but it does not have any holes in it, and it does not match the material. We'll say that.
Okay. Yeah, that's particularly what I was looking for, anyway. Yeah.
Okay, Mousey, what would you like to do?
In my head, I've been just visualizing the Skull Kid from Majora's Mask this entire time when you're talking about the nimble right. Now I see this cool looking like robot.
Yeah.
Thing right here.
I think it has like a fake mustache on it too and beard. Yeah, it's pretty good art.
But I was like picturing this like almost like a scarecrow, like you were saying.
Yeah.
We'll open up the store right here.
And
I don't want to waste too much time since we know where the nimble right is now.
Well, you don't. That's the thing. You don't. Matt Racking is not.
I know, but
one. Stealth check, please.
Use up a lot of time. Ooh, it's not good. Oh! Halfling luck. 19.
Oh, nice. Open it up. It is an empty room. This appears to be... Describe it. This is the head. The reek of urine fills this cramped head. Pretties, each little more than a bench seat with a hole to the open water below are the only features in this room.
Literally a head.
Yep.
Why aren't they called bottoms?
Because they're not on the bottom.
My head downstairs.
I should just about the only other thing in this room I think I mentioned is that not only is there one coming out above, this is a big door in the bottom as well. So, but if you're heading back up,
where's there a door?
Right in the ground. It's like a big cargo that goes down to the further. Looks like it would be a door that going down to a further deck.
Okay.
Plus, you do have stairs that also go down another level as well.
A hatch.
Yes.
Yeah, where I put my icon is where I want to go down.
Okay, you are. You'd be going up from that. So if you want to go down,
going down.
Okay, just making sure. Because sometimes people want to go up and they don't want to go down.
Yeah, sometimes those triangle stairwells are about as confusing as trying to explain which key is / and which is \.
Indeed. Give me a moment. I have to make sure that I... Oh, where's the... There we go. Oh, yeah. It was on the wrong window. So in this room looks to be where they store all of the amazing floats in the on the ship. So the Sea Maiden's Fair is where they have all their parade floats, all of their sort of just entertainer stuff, things like that and whatnot. No, that's I'm sorry, that's on actually another identical ship. This one only has broken and experimental floats. So just so floats, but looks like broken ones and ones that are not familiar to you if you've seen the Sea Maiden stuff. This too does appear to have the cargo hatch, another cargo hatch in the middle. Going around the back there. This I have to make sure I'm doing correct.
Are these cargo hatches open?
No, they are closed. The one that goes up the main deck is like a cross hatch. So if you look at the main deck over here, these click on it. These open up and are visible to the sky. The rest are closed, but you are down here.
Because I'm also on the lookout, see if there's an entrance to that weird metal ship that crazy dragon was talking about.
Yes.
It's like a marine vessel that goes below the water, sub-water, if you could say.
Into this room. Yeah. Cut out the boop boop boop. Because I don't like the walls to be not visible. There we go. This room going into the back. You see large floats in bright colors, been painted in bright colors. And then they start moving. They are giant spiders.
Giant spider floats?
Nope, giant spiders. They're real. Turns out they are not actually floats, as you realize. They are oddly painted colors. You don't know why. Maybe they're part of the thing. I need to see something.
Well, they could be trained.
Make a stealth check, please.
Uh-oh. They have keen sense.
Don't they feel vibration through their feet?
With advantage or without?
With advantage, you're still invisible.
Okay, let's make sure.
Yep. Okay.
24.
All right. As you heard the quarter, you get a little close here, and then you suddenly realize these things are alive. This one on the left, close to you, starts to turn towards you as you get closer, and you quickly step back. And it seems to not notice you. It seems to have sensed something was there, and then, but didn't realize that it stayed there. Like maybe something just caught its attention and then not. You think that these things might be able to tell that you're there, even if you're invisible.
Okay. I quickly, turn the corner, so I'm not there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I go, okay, crazy giant spiders. And I want to head downstairs again, but if you want to go to the other people.
Okay. No, we can still go a little bit more for you because you only experienced. You want to go down another time. So you're heading on down one more?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another stealth check. I cut this room out for you.
21.
Okay, I think that'll be good. Just getting the full boat out, I apologize. It'd be easier with like the auto lighting, but I want to make sure everybody can see everything, because then it just kind of gets boring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I finally found the token I was looking for. Huddled behind a whole bunch of other ones, but that's okay.
A lot of other ones, huh?
You say.
Yes, this is a small ship. Make sure he's not on our normal layer anymore. There we go. Okay. as you head on down here, you see this appears to be some sort of let's see. There are several ropes strung throughout the area like webs. They are not webs or silk. They definitely are ropes. You see several rapiers hanging from a wooden rack attached to the mast. This looks to be some sort of training area. 5 beat-up mannequins made of wood, straw, and canvas stand about the room. Each holds a wooden sword and shield. And I will make those visible in just a moment. A dartboard mounted on one wall has a shiny dagger sticking into it. Carved next to it, Dartigan was here.
Sounds cool. Or lame. One of the two. I knew he was a circus. I knew he was a carny. Knew it.
We'll say that the dartboard's like over here.
Open up the door to my right.
Okay, I'm just dartboard. Nope, it's on the wrong layer because I'm a dum-dum. Freehand. Dartboard.
So is this where he came from, or is this where he went?
That's a question. Making a stealth check. Doop-a-doop-boop-boo-doop-boo. This appears
Thanks for giving me these boots of elven kind. They've been very useful.
Oh yeah. That and your invisibility, like any stealth checks would be like anybody that could potentially see you is going to have disadvantage if you even roll low enough. This looks like to be a closet that's holding mops, brushes, buckets, soap, various other cleaning utensils, and cleaning supplies.
Does this seem to be the lowest deck?
Make a perception check. I have to read something real quick. It does appear to be the lowest deck.
Right. Open the door to my south.
Oh wait, let me make sure I got not missing something. Yeah, because this is there's a lot of information in each of these rooms, so I apologize for that. I have to make sure I get the right area. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So it does seem to be the lowest deck. So you're going to the south. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is you. Okay. You open this up. This looks to be a very nice cabin. There are 2 people in here just having a discussion. Let's see. This richly appointed cabin is looks to be it contains a bed, a wooden chest, standing mirror, a dresser with a lyre atop of it. Empty wine bottles are rolling back and forth across the floor, and the bed holds 2 giggling. I'm gonna not do that. The bed holds bed holds 3 giggling figures. No, I already said they're just 2 people talking to each other. There's a female human. Female human. There are 2 female humans. Excuse me.
Who knows what?
Yeah. They're talking about. It's like, he's so dreamy. It's like, yeah, I know he is. This is so. Yeah, it's sort of like gossip.
Wish I wasn't so shy so I can call him. It's like, yeah, I know. Should totally do it. It's like, I know.
Can you come first? No.
Okay, how about you want to go up the top or?
Yeah, we'll give you one more.
Okay. Bloop. So, to the left.
Okay. You open the one to the left. This appears to be. Be nicer if the thing I'm looking at had better marked headings for this size, and I can tell where we are. Oh, I'm sorry. So that doesn't happen. Let me back this up. You were cast in darkness. Now I will put this back up because something is definitely going to happen.
Darkness.
Darkness. Curtains in the basement.
No.
The door is locked. As soon as you try to turn the handle, a mouth appears on the door and shouts, "By Lolith's teeth, have you no manners?"
Oh no.
Very loudly.
By Lolith or Lolth?
By Lolths. Excuse me, Lolth. So it is that deity.
The Spider Queen.
Yep.
Yeah.
You hear the two people coming out. Oh my god, what was that? What was that?
Move.
Yeah, I'm gonna run. I go, oh crap, and I'm gonna run up these stairs.
Make a stealth check. Still be advantage because you've got the boots.
I'm pretty sure these things too, like, I don't make sound, just so you know.
I mean, at least just your feet. I don't know everything. Yeah, the 14, you're fine.
My steps make no sound, regardless of the surface you're moving on. You also have advantage on stealth checks.
Correct, but you would knock into other stuff and things like that if you run quickly.
I know, I'm just letting you know I have no footfalls.
Exactly, yeah. You went out. These two come out to investigate. With that, we will jump back up to the top as you two are engaging in conversation during the dinner. The meal is very good. It's got roast duck and other probably good food that I don't know. So, what is this tavern?
In my life.
Oh, well, there's plenty of them because the ducks are a nuisance in the city. So tell me, what is this tavern that you own that you wish us to perform at?
It is known as the Troll Skull Tavern.
Intimidating.
What was that?
Sounds intimidating.
Yes, it was an inherited name. I admittedly was hoping that we'd go more for the spirited spirits or some like.
We have some sort of haunted feature to it. I like that if you're doing that. But Troll Skull, notwithstanding, is memorable.
Indeed.
But I have a real troll skull, you know.
Ooh,
it's pretty cool.
Ooh.
And a really big knife. Like, it's a regular knife, like this one. And I pick up one of the knives on the table. I'm like, it's like this, but it's like this big. And then I exaggerate it just a little bit, though, because I can't allow myself to lie that much.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
oh.
Admittedly, given that he's a bugbear, we have a knife this big. He could do that a lot better than somebody else.
He does respond and says, "Oh, is it the prop? We've had large utensils as props, though, or is it one of those that has that embiggen spell magic that I've heard about?"
That sounds familiar. I think it's that last one, the embiggening spell.
Fascinating. Oh. Might be worth our while to come over there just to see it, honestly.
Yes, it may not be as glamorous as other places that you've performed, or say a full on carnival, but perhaps.
Or as glamorous as your ship.
Oh. I've worked quite hard for this to make the ship very nice, but I appreciate your compliment.
Indeed, very glamorous indeed. But perhaps one of your smaller performances, or something you may wish to try out before performing it out in the open public, it would be wonderful for us.
That might be an arrangement we can make, or perhaps just a small part of new performers that need practice going to the. Not to insult your establishment, however, you do seem to be a new place, and we're not going to just throw our most famous, world-renowned performers at your location immediately, unless you have the prices right. That is. However, it is not beyond the realm of impossibility.
Of course. Well, we still may be new ourselves. The establishment has been around for a while and is well known to locals. We, especially the excuse me, hiccup. Apart from especially the drinks that we provide are known as some of the best from the city.
Oh, that's it's quite a tall tale. I'll have to do a little bit of research to make sure your claim is honest.
Made by a dang ghost.
That is actually quite intriguing, if nothing else. Ah, I see the spirit's name. Oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Oh,
yes.
I totally forgot you said that.
Yes, our bartender is the previous owner who has deceased.
Kind of looks at you. It's like, you didn't kill him, did you?
Oh, heavens, no.
Oh, that's good.
Do
That's
I look
good.
like that kind of person?
He's going to insight check you.
He's on it.
We inherited the bar.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Okay.
Hoping I had some of Leaf's whiskey on me, but I don't.
I forget who had a little bit of it in like a. I think Sharptooth probably took a little bit with him.
It's
I
from
remember
lots of
reading that.
cocktails.
Oh, I have wine on me from the other place.
Mixed with wine. Well, he's poured you plenty of wine as well. If you don't want to waste that.
I think that's the stuff you stole from the house.
Absolutely is.
Yeah. AKA evidence.
To continue, you do continue this sort of discussion on. Is there anything you want to specifically ask him, so we don't have to continue role playing a dinner party?
Yeah, no, it's fine. While we're pretty much distracting him, and as far as we've discovered, we found the nimble right. But we're at the same time, it may actually bring in more revenue. So is going with it and can then start to negotiate like pricing and stuff like that, or suggest particular venues like acrobatic or somebody to play with Sharptooth.
Sharptooth and Brutrik, is there anything you would like to ask or attempt to find out?
Do we know what type of stuff they do for entertainment?
Not really. I don't think you've seen any of the stuff, but it's more sort of like traveling carnival type thing. Not like, rides and games sort of thing, but more parade floats, entertainment like that. Maybe a traveling circus is more, the idea.
Carnival instead of carnival.
Yeah, that works.
So what type of show you do would you probably be able to do in our establishment?
Let's take something of the smaller. We couldn't bring our floats over there, as they probably would not fit into your place. We'd probably have acrobatic performers, maybe jugglers, clowns, a musician or two, something like that. Something a little bit up from street performers, good street performers, not just people busking for money. I learned that word from you.
That's my word.
That's me as a DM saying that. But something that could fit in the establishment and be still enjoyed by all those in there for a good night's round of entertainment with their drinking and meals.
Okay, I'm just curious as all because it never really came up during the whole.
Oh no. Brutrik, is there anything you would like to ask or find out?
I guess I just think it's really, really neat what you do. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, and if
Well,
you know anything about glass blowing, or if anybody else does, I'd be very interested in hearing about it.
Just
well, that's very
gets onto
interesting. I can.
something and then he just doesn't quit. Just started this morning.
That's fascinating. It's always good to take up new hobbies. He's showing a general interest in like everything that you're sort of bringing up, and is very entertained by talking to all of you. Excuse me. If only, if only. Rat King, we'll jump back to you.
I said when suddenly.
Meanwhile, in the giant spider place.
I mean, like, does he hear that?
Who hear what?
Like did they hear that alarm?
No, it doesn't appear that anybody is running down from where you were, and the only people you saw before you ran up were the two people that were in that room.
Well, I'm not hiding in the spider room, so I'm gonna go up one more floor.
Okay.
Kind of wait, like, right here.
You head back up, and you sort of hide, and after a little bit, nobody sort of comes down. Nobody sort of comes down or looks around for anything. You do hear one of the two ladies just kind of did anybody run up here? I don't see anyone. That was weird. They can't trigger. You can't actually hear what they're saying, but they walked that back downstairs out of earshot. Yeah. After a while, no one comes. After a couple minutes, you think you're safe for the time being.
I think it might be too risky to go down there again. So I'm going to make my way up to the top and wait patiently in the rowboat.
Okay. Make another stealth check. Yeah, with your natural 20s all over this place, you are able to get back into the rowboat. Where is to back? The party ends if nobody has any other. The dinner ends if nobody has any other questions or anything they wish to learn.
I guess
Zardoz Zord.
Brutrik might just be really tactless, and
Mhm.
just be like, "So what are the really your like favorite parts of this boat, or is there anything really interesting about this boat that maybe no
Honestly,
other boats have?"
well, this ship it's got a very nice masthead on the front. It's very ornate and well. But other than that, the interior of the boat, what I like is well, it has my cabins. This dining area, private dining area for myself. My cabin down below on the lower decks, very nice and as far as not normal sailor sort of hammock seating area. But that's the perks of being the captain and owner of the Sea Maiden's Fair.
Okay, I guess that is really neat. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all. It is a pleasure to meet all of you, Mr. Simon, Mr. Base Wraith, and Mr. Brutrik.
I don't have a last name.
Honestly, sometimes I wish I didn't. But he then gets up and goes to the door, knocks on it, and the sailor comes over and please escort these back to their ship and treat them with the utmost respect. And he goes ahead and brings you back to the thing. You just head on with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Head down onto the boat.
step over, accidentally bump into Rat King.
Rat King's able to watch out, and you're obviously able to say, "Yeah, I'm here. It's okay."
Oh,
Fix this on me.
You're back. Let's row out before. So nobody. Thank you again for your hospitality, Captain. Spotting.
I'm not the captain, but you're welcome. I will let him know for you.
Oh, sorry.
You were escorted. You were escorted there by a sailor.
Did you ever find out a price, like how much it would cost to hire them?
We will say you did because I am not making that up right now and making it canon. But you are able to negotiate something. He will probably reach out to you in the future.
Okay. They said they might want to look at the place first anyway. So I'm also just waiting until we get out of earshot before conversing with Rat King on what he found out.
Okay. And you had a dinner there. You're probably there for maybe 30 minutes of the whole time, skulking around.
Yeah. So I assume you're let down your concentration. And I go, I blew it, guys. I didn't find anything. And I triggered an alarm, too. But I don't think it aroused any suspicion. So I understand if you want to drop me from the team because I'm just so bad at this. I mean, ever since I revealed my identity, he's keeps going on.
What do you mean an alarm? There's usually not alarms on boats, from what I'm aware of.
Also, we didn't hear anything.
Really? Oh, thank goodness. Like, I opened this door, tried to open this door, and, like, the handle turned to a mouth, and it starts screaming about the drow spider queen, and it was horrible, and I don't know.
Loth?
Yeah. Although it wasn't that funny.
It turned into a mouth.
If that's what I'm remembering, yeah.
That is something. Yes. That is.
Plus, they had a room full of giant spiders that were painted like really festive colors.
Giant spiders.
Yeah.
You found nothing.
I mean,
found most things.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a nimble right, I guess.
Simon, please make. Simon, can you please make a history check?
Don't worry, Rat King. We found the Nimblewright, and it wasn't the Nimblewright we were looking for. Apparently, there were 3 more on the ship.
Oh.
Upon learning about the thing that said Loth, you think back and you start thinking to that. You do realize that the sailors on the ship had a slight Elvish accent.
And as you say that, I also just now noticed the cobweb on the artwork for the ship.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be. Oh no, that's a net. A guy is throwing a net.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. See him like right there.
Okay. So
I don't think this is official artwork from the book.
So his name is Annette.
Ba-da-bop.
Now that I think about it, that there may be a chance that I don't recall getting a good enough view of them, but because it is rather dark. But I think some of the crewmen may possibly have been drow, or some kind of elf.
You do notice that none of them looked drow. The ones that you saw, none of them looked drow, though they did have that hint of elvish accent. None of them were particularly elvish either.
Okay.
Yeah, just to clarify, like you were literally figuring this out now. So I'm not saying you missed this before, but you're thinking about this like, oh yeah, that's weird. So
okay, so that looks just sounded like or had particular accents.
They did have an elvish accent, and they were not obviously elvish.
Okay.
The ones that you saw and heard.
So he'll ponder. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. Who knows?
Mhm.
But this any clues as to what the dragon was looking for?
It's like I'm pretty sure I reached the bottom of the ship. I didn't see anything like a smaller metal ship or anything, but I wasn't able to explore all the rooms.
Well, this may be enough to pique the dragon's curiosity. Oh, goody, we're gonna have to speak to it again, aren't we?
Just a whole bunch of spiders. That's what we're gonna tell it.
Yeah.
Well, and a door speaking to you, mentioning an extremely evil goddess's name. Yes.
Does night vision work underwater?
Yes, there is different visibility issues with water, but it gets darker as it is. There's still basically diffusion based on all the particles in the water, but you'd still be able to see. You'd still be able to see in darkness under there.
It is not that the dragon can't see it. He's just wondering what it's for. And in character, we have no idea.
As you get to the shore, you see Zelifarn coming towards you again, as if he's watching you. I'm sorry, if you had something else you want to say, Brutrik, go ahead.
I was thinking like if Brutrik tried to like swim in it and look at it and see where an entrance was, if it was coming like down through the bottom of the ship.
It'd be possible, but like the ship is big, so you'd have to be able to do it stealthily, as people would probably be able to see you, or you would have to be able to breathe underwater, which there are certainly ways you can do this. As you see this dragon comes up, it's like, it's you were on there for quite a while. Tell me, did you find anything about the underwater craft?
Simon Freeze.
We found a bunch of big spiders. Isn't that right, Rat King?
Yep, just a bunch of spiders.
Spiders? Well, that's strange, I guess. But were they on the underwater craft? I've never seen them on there.
It says, I reached the bottom of the boat, but I didn't see any metal ship. Now, I'm not doubting that there's something there.
Oh, no.
It's just I couldn't find the entrance to it.
Oh, that's it's unfortunate.
He did find
stuttering. Kind of slowly looks over to you, Simon, as you're talking. Yes. Leans in.
He is going to try to scoop further behind Brutrik.
Also leans in the same direction as the dragon.
Yeah, shuts his eyes to try to speak. He also found a speaking door that spoke about Loth.
Speaking door about that would explain the spiders, if anything. Yeah. As interesting as that is, if it has nothing to do with the craft, I am unfortunately uninterested in it. Although I'll keep it in mind if anything comes up. But nothing about getting the craft itself, or any information about it at all.
That's for Mousey.
Yes, sorry, friend. But
it's okay. I would. It is perhaps they are trying to keep it a secret, and unfortunately, I did consider that. I cannot. As the deal was not made, the bargain was your part of the side of the bargain was not. I don't say held up. You tried. It sounds. I cannot, in all good conscience, hand over the chest. However, do not consider this deal canceled. If you do, however, find information about it, just come to the water and try to hail me. Perhaps throwing your head underwater and shouting my name, Zelifarn. And if you do find information, I will come swimming and You can tell me about it, and we can continue our deal. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, we excuse me. We may have an opportunity to speak to the to more of them later, so it may work
Oh,
out.
well, that's good. Let me know what they say, if anything. In any
Yeah, that
case,
is
I want
weird.
to.
I asked them during supper about anything that was special about their ship, and they specifically didn't talk about it. So I
Ooh,
wonder if
that's
they are really
strange.
trying to keep it a secret.
Yeah, that could be a thing. That'd make it harder. I haven't seen it do anything else from under there. It's obviously airtight in the inside with a couple of windows in there, and I just can't really see in that well. But in any case, if you do, you know where to find me. If you find any of the any more information, um, I unfortunately can't go find you. I'm not able to pass the very outer part of these docks.
So, like,
Thank you.
do you do you like just hanging around the harbor? Is that why you
Oh yes, there's
stick around?
lots of ships underneath that have sank, and lots of treasure to be found in those little bit of shipwrecks from over the years, and just other little things that people throw and fall into the water. I once found a very large fork, like it was this big, and he holds out his arms to, pretty about the size of a human.
You're
Well, that would be a
kidding!
trident. That would be a
No, it
trident.
was not a trident. I thought so too at the first. Oh, but it was actually some sort of eating utensil. I can only imagine what it was used for. A little too big for me to carry around, but interesting nonetheless.
Would you believe that we have a knife that would match that? It's in our tavern, and
Oh,
it's like this big, and it's like matching his arm size.
that is incredible. This and holds up his arms roughly to where yours are. It's like, wow, that's amazing. Oh, if only I can find a spoon, then we can complete a set between us.
Oh yes.
Oh dear. Yes. But in any case, I've got more treasure to attend to. You know where to find me if you do find any information. Thank you all, especially you, little one behind the big bear folk.
Mm,
Kind of reaches down to sort of pat you on the head. Don't be afraid, little one. I don't bite. I kid.
he stays
What
calm.
am I?
Um, as
I'm
they
all about
bid
to
you
say, it's
all.
like, how I dream of one day completing a utensil set. Oh, but
Set of
alas.
giant spoon. Ooh, maybe I can find one of those giant sporks as well. Oh, incredible. Anyway, I will bid you all adieu. He heads off, swims back under the water.
Adieu.
And with that, you are all left on the dock. Do you put the dinghy back?
As
Yeah.
best as I can.
It's like a dinghy-shaped hole in the sign. There's that Waterdeep.
And imagine, like, they tell me that the Nimble Right was, you know, owned by the performers, as part of the crew.
Should we
Part of
go
the
over
show.
to that second ding right now just to make sure it hasn't moved?
See, that is an excellent idea.
So you do head on over, and you do check the whirring, and it is still there. But we will call it a night for tonight, as you've done quite a lot, and is getting late. Good job, everybody. Sorry for bumbling through that. I was not prepared for you to actually go around the ship. I'm glad I had imported it like last time, just in case.
Yeah.
Always expect the unexpected.
Yes.
Alright,
But
that
that was a lot of fun because I've never used that map before. So I've had people go under the ship once, but I've never had to use the map.
I really
They've
feel
gone
like
under the ship.
What's that?
You had people go under the ship.
Ooh, wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, that's why I asked.
It's like, yeah, Mark, I will.
I'll say something after Steph.
Oh, sorry. I was really thinking that because there's so many spiders in that one place, there's definitely the door to the sub-water compartment is like gotta be behind there.
That was one level up. That was the second lowest level. But you never know. There could be a hidden door there somewhere.
Well, I mean, I was below there, and there was this thing leading up to behind the spider. So I don't know.
There was a second stairwell at the southern end of it. Since you said it earlier, yes, I will be informing Mousey about the Nimblewright, and that I did look for any damage or like torn fabric and stuff like that. And it did look to be the one they were looking for.
Yep, and based on that, yeah, you were correct, and that's where we're. I'll go back to the title page before I forget. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you for putting this together.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no.
Impromptu tavern visit, impromptu boat.
Honestly, to point it out, so because I can say this, that ping would happen if you search the dock ward at any point. But the way that you rolled, Joey, I was adding every time you went through a thing, I went to a 10% chance to find that other ping. And you rolled a 30 on the third one. I was adding 10%, and that made you get both of those pings in the harbor. I moved it to the harbor. It was like, let's give them one more chance to find the ping before they just think... Because you could have just found one ping, landed, and it'd just be that red herring, and you'd have to do the whole thing over again. But you managed to just luckily get both of them on the harbor thing, so...
I didn't know it was like role based because I thought we were doing like a thorough search of the city.
Oh yeah, no, well, that's what I was doing the role because basically the next part happens when I choose, and I set up a little thing because you're searching everywhere in the city. I was searching where is the next thing going to happen, and a good way to do that is to just sort of have a role because if you didn't do the if you didn't get the Griffin, it would have been a different way I would have done it. But because you had the Griffin, I'm like, all right, let's just see where you're going to find it because you're going to do the whole city in like half a day. So you'll find it eventually.
So you can put it anywhere you want, pretty much.